All righty, it's 5 o'clock. So I guess we'll get it started. So, as y'all can see by the sign, tonight's topic is, can a virtual relationship show how a person will treat you in a real life relationship? I came up with this topic because I did a podcast a while back based on, can a man and a woman be in a relationship without having feelings or without catching feelings? So if you want to come up on the stage, sis, run through the door over there. You scripted already.
I know. I'm sorry, bro. I forgot
Uh,
all about it. It's
it's all
five.
right.
Is it 5 o'clock or six?
Yeah, it's five. It's
It's
five
right
o'clock
now.
right now.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. It's all right. So I did a show on whether a man and a woman could be in a relationship without catching feelings with each other. That show was pretty good. So tonight I decided to do the show on, can a virtual relationship be an indicator on how a person will treat you in a real relationship? We have a lot of people that are engaging in online relationships, and some of them are shaping up to turn into real life relationships. We have people moving to other areas to be with someone they met online. So we're going to talk about it tonight. We're also going to talk about some tips to maintaining a healthy relationship online and off. These tips can apply to both. So let's get started. Let's get started. Anybody have any questions, any ideas? I'm going to start with me. I believe that a real life online relationship can be an indicator of how a person will treat you in a real life relationship, because a person can only hold face for so long. They can only hide them true selves for a little while, and you don't have to be in a presence for their true self could come out. It may take months, but eventually that person will show you their true colors, their true stripes. A person that's violent in real life, they're gonna be violent with you. They're gonna be violent online. They're gonna show them tendencies, what have you. A person that's usually calm, docile, laid back, cool like that, usually in real life, they'll be the same way in the metaverse. So people have a way of showing you their true colors, and it'll come out. It'll come out. So I think it can be an indicator of how a relationship would be with that person in real life. So would anybody like to say something? Anybody like to come up, give a comment before we go to the next thing? All righty, all righty. Welcome, Topaz. Welcome. Tonight's topic is, can a virtual relationship be an indicator of how a person will treat you in a real life relationship? Tonight's show is being streamed in my Facebook group. So let's go to the next thing here. So in this next part, we're going to discuss tips for building a healthy relationship online and off. Let's go to the next slide. So, one thing that's very important in an online relationship and an offline relationship is basically strong communication skills. If you can't talk, you're not going to get nowhere. And what I mean by strong communication skills is, you can't always run around here cussing somebody out, yelling and hollering at somebody. That's crazy. You got to be able to sit down and talk with people about things that's going on. You have to be able to talk about things that's happening in your life. You have to be able to talk about various things. Welcome, Purple. Welcome. If you would like to come up on the stage, go through the door on the side. I believe I scripted you in already. There you go.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, if like I was saying, if you don't have strong communication skills, then most likely your relationship is not going to work. I mean, for the ladies out there, who likes a guy that's always talking hood to them. You know what I'm saying? Calling a girl cuz or man or dude. I feel like that's a big turnoff. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yes, a
I hate
bro.
that. I
Oh, I
hate
hate
that when
that.
somebody call you bro.
Or bruh. I
Or
hate
bro.
that.
Yeah, exactly, sis. I hate that.
Say you do realize this is a woman you talking to, right? So that's part of having strong communication skills. You know, you got to be able to effectively communicate how you're feeling. A lot of people can't do that, you know. And then I can't stand a person that every other word out of their mouth is a cuss word. Come on now, man. You can't talk like civilized, have an intellectual conversation. You know, I, for one, I like to have intellectual conversations at times. Now, I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to say I don't curse. You know, I ain't going to say I don't get hood sometimes because I do. Mo guns could get very hood, as my sis could tell you. But for the most part, I can sit down and have a regular conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? I can sit and talk about things and stuff. And at times I get passionate about certain subjects or what have you. But don't we all? So anybody want to elaborate on that? Comment?
Well, I like cussing.
I know you do, sis.
So I'm
How about you, Purple?
I mean, I cuss like a sailor, but I also mind my environment.
Yeah,
There's a time and a place for it.
there it is. A time and a place. Time and a place. All righty. We're going to move on to the next one. Welcome, Tori. I believe that's you up there. I don't see your head sign, but I think that's you. Welcome, girl. Welcome. Tonight's topic is can a can a virtual relationship be an indicator on a real life relationship? How a person would treat you in real life, in a real life relationship. We're actually screaming tonight's show. It's screaming on my Mo Guns um the gun show podcast group on Facebook. It's free for anybody to go in and enter. You don't have to join, or you can join. Feel free to join, but you can go in and look if you want, see the different posts I put up there and all of that. So next, we're gonna go on to our next tip. Okay, hold on. All righty. Do regular maintenance. This is something we tend to neglect in real life and on Meta. And what I mean by maintenance is occasionally take the pulse of your relationship and see what's working, what's not, and things you both can do to improve your relationship. I can't stand a one-sided relationship. Don't let me do all the hard work. You know, welcome, Sammy. I see you up there. Don't let me do all the hard work and you know, put in all the effort and you're not doing nothing. You just want to sit there and look at me. You want to enjoy the benefits of my presence, of my company, but you don't want to put in no work. Like a one-sided relationship. I like to run through here. I like to play different games and stuff. You know, check out new worlds, all of that. I like to expand my horizons. I was with someone who only wanted to sit and watch movies. That is not the thing for me. I I mean, watching movies is cool now. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to constantly sit there and watch a movie. I can do that at home. Why I gotta get here in the metaverse where all of these worlds and all of these possibilities and sit there and watch a movie? I find that to be ridiculous. So anybody, would you like to elaborate on that? Something to say as far as the movie watching and stuff? Okay, okay. Another thing you can, take pulse of your relationship basically to check the pulse is to see how you are getting along. A person will show you, and not by physical means, because in the metaverse, there is really not a physical means. Well, maybe a person's voice. If a person sounds irritated with you, you could probably pick up on it. But there's other things that'll start happening. If a person tends to avoid you, you go into a world and the person sees you come into the world and they leave suddenly, that's a clear indicator that y'all relationship is not working. Y'all need to reevaluate what's going on, or you need to just get out of that relationship. I've been there too. You know, I come into a world, me and my sis went into a world, and the person I was with at the time, she just bounced. She seen my sis coming around the corner. She didn't even see me. She saw my sis coming around the corner and she immediately hopped out of there. So that's another way you can gauge if your relationship is working or not. Um, let's see, what else? What else? Arguments. Oh man. And that's actually in another part of this conversation. But if you are constantly arguing with the person you with, that's another clear indicator that it's time to jump ship. It's time to get out of that relationship, because it's not gonna go anywhere. I don't think it's gonna improve. A lot of people stay in relationships thinking they're going to get better, and most times they don't. And the same applies in a real life relationship. I know in real life, people have attachments. You know, people get bogged down with promises of change, and you know, the partner shows you a little bit of progress here, then they go back. They take one step forward and go five steps back. So I think that's another clear indicator that your relationship is not working. So, the next point I want to bring up. Welcome, Travis. Welcome. Let's see. Okay. The next point is be realistic. Even though we're in the metaverse, we can always be realistic. Have a little bit of realism to your relationship, basically. Um, you're unlikely to get all the support you need from a meta relationship. In real life, you can't always get all the support you need. And by support, I mean you may want that person you're with to sit there by your side 24/7. Whenever you're on, you guys are supposed to be together. World hopping, doing whatever y'all like to do together. That's not always gonna happen. So don't sit there and think that a person is gonna sit in your face every time you get in this headset. It's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. Each person has their own individual views, they likes, they dislikes, all of that. And basically everybody don't like doing the same stuff all the time. Sometimes they may appease you. They may go hang out with you in that action game. I like going to Action Land. But the person I was with before, she didn't like going. You wouldn't even catch her dead over there. She came over there once to see what we was doing, but she got over there and like, I didn't see her over there again. So, and then I have another friend. She likes doing solving puzzles and stuff. I am not a big puzzle guy. I mean, I do escape rooms and stuff. Them are cool, but to literally sit there and move pieces around and to figure out a puzzle, and it's a regular puzzle, oh, that is not for me. I'd rather not do that in the metaverse. I could do other stuff with my time. So, anybody, any comments on what I just said?
Say,
Welcome. Huh?
what did you say?
I said, okay, sis.
I'm
I was
sorry, I
talking.
coined out.
Oh, okay. Well, I was saying as far as basically people don't have the same interests. Some people like doing certain things. So just because you're in a relationship with somebody, don't expect them to give you all the support you need in that relationship. They're not gonna always like hanging out with you everywhere you go and doing all the things you do. So be realistic.
Um,
Some people is not. I mean, they may appease you for a moment or two or
Right.
whatever, but they're not going to always want to do it. So you got to get used to that in meta and in real life. Go
Totally.
ahead, KP. Oh, you wanted to say something, sis? I can't hear you back there. Oh,
No, I was just
oh,
like, it's about giving each other space, you know.
yeah,
So, but I understand. Yeah.
exactly. Go ahead, KP.
I understand too. It's good to know your partner's uh
Mm,
likes and dislikes and stuff.
mm,
So
mm.
you just gotta keep that in mind, guys.
Yep,
Likes and
yep.
dislikes.
Likes and dislikes. Yep. And a lot of times we conform to what our partner likes. That's not good for you either, to just conform, because you will grow a resentment for that person. If you're always doing what they want to do and they don't never do what you want to do, you're gonna build up a resentment, and then you're gonna get to the point where you don't even want to hang around that person no more. Now you might front it off, you might pretend for a while, and keep your relationship going or what have you, but deep down inside you'll have a deep down resentment for that person, and that's not gonna turn out good either, because people tend to blow up when they hold stuff inside. And it's easy to hold stuff inside in the meta, because you might take your headset off and blow up and be like, I can't believe this motherfucker done dragged me here and done did this, and they always doing this and what have you. And then the next thing you know, it spills out into the real world, then it spills back out into meta. I've seen a lot of that going on. People's real life and meta life are merging and intertwining. I've seen a lot of that happen. So another thing is, um, don't um, don't push a person, because when you push, you're also building up a resentment through that. And what I mean by pushing is, don't always pressure somebody to hang out with you, first of all. And that's also in another part of the show, but don't sit there and be, oh, come on, let's do this, girl, come on, or come on, man, let's go hang out over here, let's do this, whatever. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So keep an eye out for that. Try not to change yourself for a meta relationship, because chances are that meta relationship may not work out. A lot of people go into it thinking that they're going to have a real life relationship outside of this headset, and it don't always turn out that way. Sometimes it do, but chances are it won't. So be realistic. Be realistic about what you expect. Be realistic about what you like, what you don't like, and that's where the communication come in again. Be able to talk about it with the person you're with. Let them know how you feel, and hopefully they'll have their communications together, and they could talk to you about how they feel and all of that. That's the basis of a healthy relationship. All righty. So you also may. Oh, wait a minute. I moved on too quickly. Purple, would you like to say anything about what I just said, or?
Um, I think it, yes, I think it depends on the
Mm-hmm.
people. Like for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
um, there are things that my partner likes to do that I would
Mm-hmm.
rather shoot myself the head over,
Okay.
and vice versa. But we both have made the commitment that um I'm gonna, for me, I'm gonna learn to do what he's
Mm-hmm.
doing
Okay.
so I can meet him halfway,
Got you.
and vice versa.
Compromise. Mm.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
I don't always like it. I don't complain about it. I just
Mm-hmm.
learned how to do it so I can, spend time doing what he wants.
Okay. Okay.
Spending time together.
And, yeah, and that's cool. You came up with that, because I didn't put compromise on there That was one thing I missed,
That's
but
what I was gonna say. In any relationship, you're gonna like do whatever to make your like. If I know my dude like to watch football, I
mhm,
might, even though I'm not even a sports fan, I might want to sit down and watch it with him, and he teach me or wrestling, whatever the case may be.
yeah,
I'm willing to compromise to get into what he likes as well as vice versa. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So,
that's
of
it.
course, we do need our separate time, but in retrospect, we still want to be there to learn what our partner like as well. We don't just want to shun it out like, nah, I don't want to do that because,
Yeah,
this is
Yeah.
my thing. I always think that like to keep a healthy relationship, don't stop
mhm.
doing what you did in the beginning.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
Because a
Yeah, how
lot of
many
people
people
they
stop?
start doing stuff, now that they got the person, they on some other shit, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm,
And I
Like
yeah,
think
for
it kind of like, makes the relationship be like,
it fizzles out.
fall out of love and all the other shit. Like
Yeah,
my topic is I want to, how do you keep that dopamine? How do you keep that love? How do you keep
mhm.
it's it's always good in the beginning. We all know that. Oh, we got
Oh yeah.
butterflies. I like you, like me then. But what happens? We be like, damn, we used to be in love. What happened? Why we not? Why, what happened to where we don't
Yeah,
even like each other? We can't stand to be around each other.
yeah,
How do you keep that relationship healthy so you can keep going? Because at the same time, we've already had this conversation before. We are
mhm,
real people behind this.
yeah.
And you can meet anybody anywhere. People were like, oh, it's weird to meet somebody here that, but at the same time, you can't be in fucking Vegas and New York at the same time. You can't be in
Sure can't.
California and Georgia at the
But
same time. So, we are still real people, and it depends on what you're trying to do. Some
yeah.
people just come here solely, oh, you're gonna be my meta boo, but motherfuckers got a wife at home, got a husband at home. Like,
Ooh
that's
wee.
even a girlfriend. I stopped messing with a dude because I'm like, you know what? I'm not about to be second to a motherfucker that got a girlfriend. I'm just not gonna do
Mhm.
that. I don't care,
Yeah.
because I'm not nobody's side chick or whatever case may be. But it depends
Mhm.
on what you're coming here to do. Coming
Yeah.
here is to build relationships, because at the end of the day, we are real people behind these abbeys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
with
yeah.
real feelings.
We're
Yeah. With
real,
real
exactly, with
feelings.
real feelings, exactly.
And
Mhm.
and sis, this. I was like, I am not messing with nobody here. I'm not gonna get catfished. I'm not gonna be no
Mm-hmm.
side chick. I was rolling by myself.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Um, and then I met somebody who changed that, but I went cautiously because you never know,
Mhm.
because I was on the West Coast, he's on the East Coast,
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
how do I know you don't have a wife and kids or a girlfriend? You
Exactly.
can tell me anything.
Yeah. But it's a pattern. If you're used to talking to this person all day, every day, then all of a sudden they can't talk to you at certain times of the day and they
Right.
can't do this at certain times that you kind of could pick up and sense that, hey, something ain't
Yeah.
right, you know.
Well,
But
It's
if it's like a
blues.
routine, because
yeah.
I hate, this is my number one rule. I hate inconsistency. I
Mhm.
cannot stand if we doing this, doing that, blah, blah, blah. Then next thing you know, you on some other shit. Like I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, the green flag for me was I could call, pick up the phone and call him
Mhm.
anytime, day or
Mm-hmm.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was never a rule, well, you can't call me after 9 or, whatever, whatever. So that was my first green flag. I was like, okay, clearly there's not a woman there,
Exactly.
Mhm.
because
Right,
he's
right.
very accessible to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that
Mm-hmm.
gave me the courage to take another step.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely about you'll know. You could pretty much tell when somebody on some. We don't have that intuition for nothing. Men
Mhm.
got it
Right.
too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. So accessibility, y'all. Y'all heard that? That's a big clue right there. I always tell the person I'm with in here when I have a meta boo. Everybody knows I don't have anybody living with me at home but my brothers. You know, and I always let them know y'all can call me anytime, day or night. I don't care what time it is. We be in different time zones a lot of the time, and for the person I'm talking to, I have a ringtone set up designated for them. Usually I turn off my phone. Well, I don't turn it off. I leave my phone on all the time. But I put my phone on do not disturb when I'm asleep. And I got it set to where it'll still ring with certain people when they call. My sis is one. She knows she can call me any time of the night, and my phone gonna ring for her. Now it's a different story if I'm so deep in sleep and I don't hear it and don't wake up. But the thing is, she can call, and most likely I'll hear it and wake up if I'm not really in a deep sleep. So that's the way I am with the people I date, also, or the people that I'm in a meta relationship with. Same thing. I tell them right from the start. Feel free to call me whenever you need to call. So we're going to go ahead to the next topic. Um, so think about the impact of supporting someone else online. Supporting someone else online can be a good way to improve your self-esteem. So when you help somebody, it makes you feel good inside. At least it does for me. When I'm helping somebody out or if I'm supporting somebody, and support could be anything. Support could just be having that open ear if somebody wants to come talk to you. Many a times I have sat right here in this show just doing stuff, hanging out, listening to my music and all of that. And somebody will pop in and want to talk to me. And I always try to make time for whoever it is. If,
That's a fact.
if you took the time to come over here and talk to me, then obviously, it's something you're looking for, it's something you need. And if I can give it to you, then I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. Welcome, Truez girl. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So, supporting another person, it could be awesome, and it'll help you build up your self-esteem also, because you feel good that you help somebody. A lot of people with low self-esteem, they don't feel that they are worth anything. And by helping somebody, they can see, oh, I'm worth, a whole lot because I was able to help this person. And you're not going to always be able to help somebody, but you try your best and you'll see what comes out of that. So, go ahead.
If I may add, I mean,
Yes.
sometimes it's not about self-esteem either.
Mm-hmm.
For me, and you and I have talked about this,
Yeah.
I I'm always been the general in the house,
Yeah.
taking care of everything. And
Okay.
so when somebody
Mm-hmm.
says, you know what, let me take care of that, let me shoulder that burden for you,
Yeah.
it's not about my
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem, but I'm just so grateful to
Mm-hmm.
have somebody take a little weight off my shoulders.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that makes me feel even closer to that person.
Okay. Welcome, Camaro. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Welcome, Solid. Thank you for coming, Solid. You want to come up on stage, bro? Throw up some confetti. If you do, I'll bring you up. All righty. Give me 1 second. Let me get my mod tool out of here. Okay. Let's see. Solid. Let's bring you to the stage. There we go. All righty.
And with it, folks. Oh snap, we got new stuff up here. Oh snap.
Oh yeah, yeah. Put my little soundboard up there. Got my theme song on there too. I'll let y'all hear
You got my
it.
theme song yet?
Oh no, I ain't got yours yet, man. What theme song
Nah.
you want? You gotta talk to me, bro.
Man, I
I ain't
want some
seen you in
game.
a while.
Man, I did well last week. I was stuck in Dallas, so
Oh, okay. All righty. So to pick up back where we were, think about the impact of supporting someone else online. Anybody in the audience got a comment, something they would like to say about that?
Yes, I
Go
have a
ahead.
comment.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, it is good to
Mm.
support and help people.
Yeah, yeah.
it's always good to help
As
people.
Mm-hmm.
as long as they return the favor. Let's say if
Mm.
you need something
Yeah.
and they be like, "Hey man, I can't do it," then they ask for another favor and you do it, and you ask, if they feel like they help people that
Mm-hmm.
you know they're gonna help you in return.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that
So,
one-sided relationship we discussed
so I
earlier.
look at it like this, like we talking about online, right? That's what it say.
Uh-huh.
All
Online
right,
or in real
uh,
life, either one, but
either one.
mostly online.
All right. So if speaking for myself, if I do help somebody that's online and things like that, I'm not looking
Mhm.
for you to pay me back or anything
Okay.
like that because we don't know each other. We
Yeah.
only see avatars and things like that, and we probably live
Mm.
probably thousands of miles away from each other. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, helping somebody is to help somebody, you know,
Mm.
out of the heart, not looking for a payback or anything like that. So
Got
I
you.
might give you $100 and you might really need that 100 and things like that. I wasn't gonna do nothing, go spend it on some bull anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah.
if I ain't got it, I can't help you with it. So I won't help you if I ain't got it.
Got you. Got you. I hear you. I hear you. So we got another aspect of that though. Also,
Now, in
um,
real life, yeah,
uh-huh. Go
it
ahead.
ain't gonna be no one-sided friendship. Like if you need a favor from me, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm
Yeah.
just playing. I still help you in real life because you might need it. I don't and things like
Yeah.
that. So when I help somebody, I do it from the heart. I don't do it for no expecting of a payback
Yeah.
or a return and thing. Because I
Same
know my
here.
greatest payback is much higher than what you can pay me. So
Yeah, yeah, same here, same here. I have people. I'm not a expert builder here in the metaverse, but I've learned a few things, and I have people. They'll call me. I'll be doing something, and they'll hit me up. Hey, can you come over here and help me with my world? So I'll go help them. And then I've been learning scripting and stuff. I think I've learned a lot so far. And I'm still learning. Because I practice every day and stuff like my beautiful slideshow here. I done learned how to edit the board and change my triggers and all of that. Even made the tablet where it stay in my hand, so I don't have to keep holding that damn button down. But um, I don't mind helping people out and all of that. It's rewarding to be able to be a blessing to somebody, and to not charge them any money and stuff like that. That's awesome. But we're going to go to what to do, okay, about the impact about helping someone. There's also a negative side to that.
mm-hmm.
If it becomes overwhelming and starts to negatively affect your mental health, you need to take a break, period.
Now the difference
Mhm.
between helping somebody and somebody using you is
Uh-huh.
different.
Yeah.
Now you gotta know when somebody is depending on you and you're
Mhm.
genuine helping somebody. Oh look, there
Okay.
go Miss Toya. You gotta know
Yeah.
when somebody using you and somebody, you helping and things like that. If it
Yeah.
become constant, like, hey, can I get $20 and hey, can I get $30? Can I get $20? At that point they're using you
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
that
they
that
know
was
that
my
you will give.
cousin. That was my cousin.
Yeah. You gotta cut those, you gotta cut leeches off to order to grow.
Yeah. I got some of those
Now
too.
now helping somebody is somebody like, hey, I really don't want to ask you, but can I borrow $20? I ain't got no gas. You break them
Yeah.
$20. And if they attempt to try to give back to you, then they
At
ain't
least they
using you.
trying. They
Yeah,
ain't
at
try.
least they
Yeah.
trying and things like that. But in my case,
Mhm.
like you attempt to try to get back, I was like, nah, go ahead, keep that $20 because you might need it more than I do because you
Yeah.
never know what. I'm good over here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Anybody else out in the audience? We heard from KP. Anybody got something they want to say?
Toya, say something. You be having a lot about to say in Ashland Island.
Anyway,
Oh,
sir, I was just up here. Sorry. Yeah.
Might want to hear that shit.
oh Lord. Sis and Solid have a love hate relationship. They
That's my
always
dog.
funning with each other.
That's my dog.
Go ahead, Queen Lady. Oh, you're muted, Queen Lady.
Okay. Can you hear
There
me
you go.
now?
Yeah,
Can you hear
now
me
we
now?
can hear you.
Hey Mo, how are you, everybody?
Hey, I'm all right. How are
Yes,
you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. I just wanted to add just a little bit on the end of this. I always
Mm-hmm.
tell people it's two people in this world that you can't fool, and that's yourself and God, right?
Yep. Amen.
People, you know when people are using you, and you know when some relationships are exhausted. And I want to
Yeah.
tell people that everything in life have an expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Start using it. If you think about milk, it has an expiration date, right?
Yeah.
You start using it because some relationships has been sour for years, and that's including family and all. But we
Mm-hmm.
still keep attached to these same people that leeches off of us mentally, emotionally, financially, every aspect of life. And guess what? We keep it going for some
Hmm.
apparent reason because we feel like we're supposed to. It is
Yeah.
2024. I just want to encourage people, walk into your fullness, walk into your peace, walk into your joy, walk into your happiness. Anything that's in the season that is tagging you, pulling you down, nagging you, bothering you, block
Mm-hmm.
it out. Stop being a human garbage can. Stop receiving everything. You
Yep.
are a giver. Stop taking all type of stuff in. Even with people that got these bad conversations, every time they call you, girl, let me tell you what happened. No, girl, I don't want to know. I got
All
too
that
much
sitting
going
in
on
your
in my
spirit.
world.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is coming at you in all kind of ways. And then you also remember you got a negative Nancy. Negative Nancy always got something to say negative about everybody.
Yep.
Everybody
Yep.
except themselves. So
Oh
you got to
yeah.
be
Yeah.
careful of who you deal with, what you deal with in the season. Protect your mental, protect your ear gate, your eye gate, your heart gate. Love who you love and love them well. But for the ones that's been leeching, let the leeches go. That's all.
Right. You gotta let them leeches go.
There you
You
go.
gotta
There
let
you
them leeches
go.
go. And especially if you got them people that be calling you about that bull, you be like,
Huh.
hello, hey, did you hear? Hey, hold on real quick. Let me hit you right back. Let me hit you right back. Cause I know you
Okay.
bull.
Click.
Go ahead. Go ahead with
Yeah.
that. Cause I ain't got time for that negative stuff.
No, I just let go of an emotional leech.
Uh-huh.
She has a lot of issues,
Wow.
and I was always there, talking to her, listening to her, giving her advice.
Mm.
And I was going through some turmoil, and it caused me to,
Mm.
and
Of course.
she
NC.
was, yeah, Mo was on the ride with me
Yeah.
in spirit.
Yeah.
um and she was yelling at me because, um you should have asked me. I could have told you how to do this more cost effectively, and blah blah blah. And I finally was like, well, I didn't have a choice. I had to leave. And she was, and so I was telling her,
Mm.
everything that been going on. And she's like, well, I didn't know. You didn't tell me. And I was like, because I don't have room to tell you.
Yeah.
Every single time I call you and we talk, it's all about your
Mhm.
chaos and your drama. And I didn't feel like there was a place for me to say anything. It's like,
Mm.
what you were going through always sounded more important than what I was going through, even though in reality it wasn't.
Mm.
And she couldn't even receive that. You know, if somebody had told
Wow.
me that, I would have been like, oh, girl, I'm so sorry that I have been just taking up all the space and, not giving you an opportunity to talk about what's going on with you. But
Mm.
instead, she was like, well, you need to use your voice. You should have said something.
Oh man.
I was like,
Okay.
you know
Mhm.
what? I'm good. I'm good. You have a
Uh-huh.
nice
That's
day.
narcissistic, but that's all.
That's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely what
yeah.
that is.
Most definitely.
Well,
Alright.
well, she could be narcissistic
I'm
by
glad somebody else
herself.
said it because I was thinking it.
She could be narcissistic by herself. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm in the age of protecting my peace. So
Mm. It's not against the law to protect your energy.
I let
Ooh,
in
peace.
a 12-year relationship friendship just go, because I just say
But
I can't do
on
it
the
no
flip
more.
side, was it a 12-year friendship?
Mm.
If you was the one that were receiving and
Well,
you weren't able to pour out,
yeah, I mean, that's true. That's
you
true.
know.
But
Mm.
this is a new me, so that
That's
won't happen
it.
again. That won't happen again.
New beginnings.
New
But
beginnings.
it's okay because people like Miss Queen said, we all had expiration dates on us and things like that. And
Mm.
friendship had expiration date. Like you might not be here for the
Mm.
lifetime ride and
Yeah.
things like that. You might be here for a season,
Mm.
to get each other through something, and y'all got to grow apart from each other. We
Yeah.
tend as humans to hold on to stuff that's good and just keep holding on to it, but it's really not good. It really beat us down at the
Yeah.
end and stuff like that. So sometimes it's okay to let that negative energy, not even saying negative energy, but let that friend go because
Oh yeah.
y'all no longer on the same path anymore. Y'all then split off on roads and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
okay to just let them go because
Mm.
you might be doing one thing and they can't relate to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, so you're gonna constantly drag each other down when it's gonna become negative energy. So it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, my brother done came into the world. Captain Jonesy. You
Oh, I
want to
thought you
come
were
up here
talking
on
about me.
stage?
God dang.
Oh no, he hiding. He hiding in VIP. He think he's special up there. All righty, we gonna get back to the show.
Why Bad never come on stage?
Who? Oh,
Bad.
I don't know. I guess you don't want to.
You know I was gonna call you out. You know I was gonna call you out.
Uh-oh. She gonna get you. She gonna get you later. Look, she pointing. Oh, I seen that finger.
I just want
Go
to
ahead,
say a
KP.
quote.
Uh,
Breaking up is hard.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To move along
Mm-hmm.
is even harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a quote.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel you
Lying.
on that. Breaking up is very hard, but
Yeah.
the hardest thing brings you the most joy.
Yeah.
Amen. Because
Amen. That's it.
this move across the country was the hardest thing I've ever done, and I have had full night's sleep every night since I
Mm-hmm.
moved. Full
There
night,
it is.
Like
Peace of mind.
peace of
that first
mind, no
step is
insomnia.
always hard. That first step is always hard. That's the hardest step ever. Is that first step. But that second and third and fourth step
Mm-hmm.
is
Easy
easy.
peasy, easy peasy.
Yeah. Because I actually left. I left a marriage. I was married. And it was turmoil and chaos for the longest, for years. And I was afraid to leave the relationship because, for one thing, even though I was paying all the bills, I was taking care of everything, I had the income and all of that. It's scary to venture out on your own because now you have to find a new place. The place I'm at now is actually way smaller than the place where I was, but it's a trade-off. I left a lot of my life behind, actual things, physical things. You know what I'm saying? And you might say, oh, it's just money. You can always get stuff back. But a lot of stuff, very expensive stuff. For those that don't know, I have my own business. I do embroidery and things of that sort. So I had all kind of equipment that I've had, and I've had this equipment for years and years. I keep my equipment in very good shape. Everything was in good shape. I left all of that behind when I left my house. It was the hardest thing for me to do. But in hindsight now, I can lay down at night and go to bed and have a peaceful night's rest without somebody yelling in my ear, without, somebody just working me up. You know what I'm saying? All hours of the night, you know. So your peace is everything. Sometimes you have to be selfish and think about yourself and get your peace. And just step out and see. You don't ever know what's going to happen. But go ahead.
I mean, one thing about us humans, we all
Uh-huh.
selfish. I don't care what nobody say. We all selfish. We
Yeah.
do things for our feelings. You
Uh-huh.
know, go back to helping somebody out. You don't help nobody out because it's gonna make them feel good. You help them out
Hmm.
because it makes you feel good to be able to help them out.
Yeah.
So, in hindsight, we all selfish no matter what we do because it makes us
Hmm.
feel good.
Yeah.
But yes, you definitely have to. If you can't sleep at night,
Hmm.
you definitely got to let something go, or
Yeah.
someone or something go because if you're
Hmm.
not getting peace at your house, your
Yeah.
home,
Hmm.
then it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had to let my fiance go
Hmm.
because it was just nagging after nagging and stuff like that. I actually had to sit
Hmm.
her down one time before we did the breakup, but I had to sit her down one time. I'm like, why do I have to go out in the world and
Hmm.
fight the world, and then when I come home, fight with you?
I've said that many a times to mine. But go ahead.
I know. I just wanted to chime in on what he said just now about everybody being selfish. There's a
Uh-huh.
big difference between being selfish and selfless. You know what I'm saying to you?
Mm.
That's true.
So when you're doing something from the pureness of your heart, it's a selfless act. You're taking yourself out of it or putting yourself into it for the better good or for whatever the situation is. You know why you're doing it because, like you said, it makes you feel good. But selfish is always a negative thing because you'll do
Mhm.
something for somebody else, but how do you know that's exactly what they want you to do for them? You get what I'm saying to you? So that's why a lot of times why he's what we were talking about before when you can't push a person to do something kind of
Mhm.
vibes. That's where that comes in because it's the selfish side of you that makes you want to say, all right, well, I think you should this or I think you should that. A lot of people don't even take their own advice when they're giving it.
They don't.
Yeah.
They
You know what I'm
don't.
saying to you? So a lot of the times it depends on which way it's coming from. It's just like compromise is done in the reciprocation. You get what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we sit here and we take the time to listen to somebody to view how they feel about certain things? It's not always about them. It's sometimes inside of us wanting to understand who they are, or so on and vice versa. But yeah, there's a big difference between being selfish and selfless. So
Yeah.
I do agree with you.
I can't agree with the everybody is selfish, but I can definitely say it depends on what the situation is that
It is.
requires that reaction.
Mm.
That's my piece.
Okay.
That's your piece. Mic drop.
and some people selfish is different than others.
Right.
You have some people, oh man, they selfish is off the chain. I'm not gonna touch on them, but y'all get
Shit, fuck it. Let's touch on them.
it.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Okay. Fortunately, I don't see none out in the audience that I can go touch on, but
You want me to point one out for you?
uh-oh. Go ahead.
I know
Point out.
one right now. I'm looking at her.
Oh boy.
She in all black. No, I'm just playing. I'm just
Oh man. Okay. Watch out.
she won't let nobody get that damn grenade launcher.
Are you referring to Action Land? Uh-oh. So
I
no, he
can't
can't
hear
hear
you.
you, sis.
Only
There you go.
special I do is the only special I do is the armor. That's him. I don't mess with specials. Okay, get it right.
She said, "Get it right." Okay.
Mic drop.
All righty. Yeah. Okay. So I believe I said this, but if this becomes overwhelming and starts to negatively affect your mental health, you need to take a break. Let's move on. All right. And we come.
Everything. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. So we come to the last part of it. If an online relationship is no longer working for you, it's time to take a break or maybe leave that relationship altogether. For example, and I said this earlier, if you keep arguing with the other person or the other person is requesting more support than you can provide for them, it is time for you to go. This is a relationship that will not work. I don't care what you do. Um, they have an old saying that a leopard don't change his spots. And I used to think, oh, that saying sucks because people can change. It's true, people can change, but usually who they are inside usually doesn't change. It's possible that they can, but it's very highly unlikely. Go ahead, KP.
Okay, in relationships, there
Mhm.
will be arguments, and that's normal,
Yeah.
but you if you truly love somebody, right,
Mhm.
you can argue and learn to grow together,
Yeah.
There are always going to be disagreements, no
Okay. Yep.
doubt.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't going to agree on everything.
Of course not.
So as long as you can learn to grow together,
Mhm.
it'll be good. Just talk it
Okay.
out, and everything will be fine.
Okay. Okay. All righty.
When I say this, it's the difference of arguing and
Mhm.
having a disagreement.
Yeah.
Now, if you're
Okay.
arguing with somebody and it's becoming some old love-hate relationship where you're being disrespectful towards each other,
Mhm.
I don't tolerate disrespect. That's why I don't give it to my person that I'm with because I want to be treated the same way. You know,
Exactly.
I feel like once you start calling each other out each other's name and being
Mhm.
disrespectful, the relationship is over with.
Pretty much.
You know, because I
that.
can't even look at you the same. We done said some mean and hurtful things that you can't take back. So of course you're
Mhm.
going to have disagreements.
Mhm.
But are we talking about real life or are we talking about meta? This is
Both.
what I'm trying to.
It
Okay.
applies to both.
All right. True, true,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But I look at it like this here, right? And me and Topaz was just talking about this.
Mhm.
Each relationship is differently. Everybody
Yeah.
know that. When I go into a relationship, I don't go into like, oh, you just like my ex or blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah. I come in on a pure that you are who you are. You might
Yeah.
have similar behaviors, whatever, but I'm still not looking at you in the aspects of you are him, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I
So
hate that.
what I might do with him may
Mhm.
not be. I might think you a bitch ass, not him. I might think the nigga I was with was a bitch ass nigga, but that don't mean you a bitch ass nigga, you know.
Exactly.
And if I start feeling like you a bitch ass nigga, I can't mess with you no more. That's it.
Yep.
Because
Right.
I
Time to
know what I
bounce.
give in relationships. So it's a big difference of arguing and having this. Come on now. No relationship is going to be like 100, like y'all going to agree on everything. You're going
If
to
you
have
got a
some
relationship
disagreements.
that's like you can agree with everything, it's not really a relationship. Like it got to be a disagreement. I don't care what nobody
It's
say, because
got
I
to be
can't sit
you
there.
have your own brain. Some people just
Right.
do it just to be just to make the other person happy.
Oh
But are you
yeah.
You
happy?
know, like,
Most likely
yeah,
not.
okay, yeah, just to appease the other person,
Mm-hmm.
so no.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And that's
Like
something
Miss
else.
Toya thinks she the shit in Ashland. I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sis, he
But you
called
know
you out again.
that's my partner though. You know,
He called
Miss
you out
Toya, I'm
again,
just
Anytime. I told
sis.
you this. Anytime.
Oh
I'm just kicking, Miss
man.
Toya. Don't fight
You
me.
know I'm the shit. That's why you keep mentioning it. That's the crazy thing about it.
You decent. You decent.
You see me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go ahead,
on
Topaz.
on the topic, I believe that a lot of the times when conversations or any type of conversation that you have, and depending on the topic, turns into an argument, is usually when we add pride and fucking ego together. You get what I'm saying to
Yeah.
you? So
Ooh.
whenever you're having these motions or conversations, you gotta strip those two from it. It's the only way to be able to see something from somebody else's view or point of view, so to speak. A lot of
Yeah.
times we that's the selfish side that comes out of us. Is like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you're gonna have to see what I see and say what I say the way I say it, kind of
Mhm.
That's the
situation. It's a
narcissist
pride
side.
enough. That's where we get that narcissist energy. Is like, nah, you can't look at something from another person's point of view. It just
Yeah.
has to be your way or the fucking highway kind of vibes. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying to you? So that pride and that ego does a lot to change that conversation into the actual argument.
Yeah. I
So
got you.
that.
I
All
mean,
righty.
you always like if you disagreeing with somebody, you
Mm-hmm.
always gotta put yourself in their shoes to see, to
Mm-hmm.
understand where they're coming from. Not saying don't stand on what you're disagreeing with, but
Mm-hmm.
like if I sit there and say, all right, the gun show that's in the front of the stage is pink
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Y'all might see it a different color. I might say it's yellow and blue and things like that. I might
Mm-hmm.
see it as pink. But until I move myself over there onto y'all side and you come over here, we can understand where each other. But
Mm-hmm.
stand on your business like, hey, it's pink on this side,
It
but
do
it's
look
yellow and
kind of
blue on
pink
that side.
from an angle.
You know,
Oh wow, that's deep. I didn't notice that. It's
I
actually
just
purple though, but oh,
I
go
just
ahead,
want to
Captain
say
Jonesy.
I just want to say I was looking at the topic. So as far as online, I believe this is taking a break from like your online relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have an argument of any type
Mm-hmm.
online, then that's a problem, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
online you're supposed to start off as I don't know who want to jump into a relationship off the back online, right?
So many people do.
So many people do, and you really it shouldn't be a thing. You should go for friends and then go for more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Learn about people before you jump into anything. But if you do that, that's fine. The thing is, if you to the point where you find yourself at, I would say 50 to 60% argument versus just casual conversation,
Mm-hmm.
then it's doomed. That's when the
Mm-hmm.
break need. That person is not there for your mental health, or you not there for their mental health at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you got to say, all right, 50-50, okay, 60, no, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got you.
that's my thought on it.
Got you. Yep. I was with somebody who had a funny saying, and it used to always tickle me. She would always say, "Kick rocks." Oh my goodness, it was so funny. Go ahead, Queen Lady.
I'm sorry about that. I have my mic muted. But
Oh,
I agree with KP. He was talking about like when you're in a relationship, there's going to be arguments, and Miss
mm-hmm.
Toya was saying the same thing, but there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, between arguments, and disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference between toxicity. Some
Yeah,
relationships are toxic.
very much
And
so.
we are, some of us are attracted to toxicity.
Ooh.
And it's crazy though, because I actually have family members which are guys. They said, excuse me guys, please, I'm not talking about you all,
Oh no,
but
we
my
did.
guy cousins, they actually sit around and they'll talk, and
Mm-hmm.
they're attracted to some type of ghetto-ness, I'll say that.
Drama, chaos, and
they
madness.
they like they like the drama, and they was literally sitting around talking about, man, if she ain't got no drama, the drama keep me on my toes, the drama keep me intrigued. And
Oh
I'm sitting
hell.
back like, what?
Mm-mm.
But there is, see, this is crazy. You might not think so, but there are people out there that are attracted to toxicity, and they like toxic relationships, and they
Mm-hmm.
want to come home, and then they get in a bad argument, and then the best thing is makeup sex. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's
Oh,
do it.
some
And
live for
see,
that.
like, and people are attracted to that. Yeah, let me get all what I need to get out through an argument instead of a disagreement. And I'm gonna say whatever I say, but I definitely agree with Miss Toy when she said once you go across that boundary, and that's another thing, y'all, have boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Have boundaries. Remember
By all
back in the
means.
day, anybody try you, be like, come across the line, step across that
Cross this
line. If you
line.
step
Cross
across
this
that
line.
line, it's about to go down, right? So it's
Yep.
just like in our mental, in our personal space, have boundaries, have safe boundaries. Let people, some people walk around calling, girl, you a, they call bees and all that stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like for nobody to call me a bee. You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't think that's an appropriate name for a woman to call another woman, or definitely not a man to call a woman. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what the world does. For me, that's not my cup of tea. But everybody else, they might like it. But the only thing I'm saying is set boundaries. If you're in a relationship and once that name calling, and you talking about people mamas and talking about people that's toxic. And it can
Yeah.
easily get into a toxic relationship. But that's all I wanted to say.
I
All right.
actually, I actually had to get on one of the biggest creators, one of the biggest creators in the Horizon world,
Mm-hmm.
because he always preferring the ladies that's around, bees and
Mm.
hoes and stuff like that. And I asked him, I was like, so if somebody called your wife would be or your daughters would be, how would that make you feel? Cause that's somebody's daughter right there. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he haven't done it ever since I said that.
Oh,
I had to break
cool.
it down to him like you give respect to get respect, and if you don't want nobody to call your wife that or your daughter that, don't do it.
Mm.
But yes, the difference between an argument, the arguments ain't number two people that's talking at the same time, not listening at
Yep.
all.
Nobody's listening.
So a disagreement, what Miss Tori is saying, a disagreement is me saying something and then you replying back. Me saying something and you replying back. We hear each
Hmm.
other, we're listening to each other. But if you arguing, you're not listening. You just
Mm-hmm.
yapping at each other.
Yeah. All righty. Go
What's
ahead,
that
sis.
saying? You can sing together, but you can't talk together. So you
Oh
always
yeah.
gotta be, you know. Sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
come together and you accidentally talk over each other, but I'm always type, go ahead, baby. What you say?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't
And I,
want to, come off as if I'm trying to dominate the conversation or blah blah blah. But getting back to what Queen was saying, we was talking about how people like toxic relationships.
mm.
I've heard women that don't like a nigga, a dude talking to them, or they feel like
Mm-hmm.
they man don't love them unless he disrespecting them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like
I done ran
what?
across relationships like that. Like,
Yeah,
what?
or vice versa. Like she was saying, like some dudes don't like a woman unless she's like ratchet, ghetto, or whatever the
Mm.
case may be, because that's what they're used to. I
Mm-hmm.
just think when you get at a certain age, you need to learn how to respect each other and how to effectively communicate. Because if you don't know how to effectively communicate, then you have to tell the person your likes and dislikes in the beginning. Like, I don't like to be called a bitch. That's the deal
Yeah.
breaker. We in a relationship and you disrespecting me, calling me bitch, I'm done with you. Like, because
Yep.
I'm going to be disrespectful. Now I'm going to take the gloves off and I'm going to say all types of shit. And so
Yeah.
then it's not going to be a relationship. I can never respect you no more. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
that love hate relationship bullshit, fuss
What you
fighting and
say?
fucking bullshit. I'm not into that.
Like
Drops the mic.
drop the
Yeah.
mic. Like
Mic drop.
like I don't like when people refer me as the N word. I can't stand it, especially when a woman says
Mm,
that like you my N word. No, I'm not. You can say I'm
mm,
your man and things like
Mhm.
that. You can
mm,
say I'm a gentleman, but I
mm,
would never be your N word because I'm gonna treat you like a gentleman if you with me. I'm gonna treat you with the utmost
mm,
respect. You know, no, I might not open up the car door for you, but you bet your ass the restaurant door again open for you. You know,
okay.
shit, we both trying to get in the car. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Ooh.
But yeah, I can't stand that. Like I stop the whole conversation when a female
Mm,
say, "Oh, yeah, you
mm,
my N word," and I be like, "No, no, no, no. I could be your
mm,
man all day long. I could be with my real name. I could be Philip, you
yeah.
know, but I'll
Hmm.
never be your N word."
Got you. Got you. And for me, my thing is somebody calling me boy. I have come this far by getting my education,
Mm-hmm.
by treating people with respect. You know, I I grew up where you were supposed to respect your elders. You wouldn't dare say a curse word to your elder, to anybody older than you. That was your elder. You wouldn't call them out their name. For me, it was always Mr. or Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up. These days, oh my God, you got kids around here calling adults by their first name. Um, they calling adults bruh, and that's another thing. If I call you, don't come to me and say, huh? Ooh, do not do that. Do not do that. That's one of them things. When I grew up, had I
What?
addressed my mom, what?
Oh,
Yep.
what? Yeah.
What?
All
Oh,
right.
look. Look, had Mo Guns done that when he was growing up, I would not be here on this stage today.
Man, what?
What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly,
Man,
exactly.
what?
Uh,
Like, what?
Captain
What do you
Jonesy could
want?
tell you we grew up in the same house. My mom wasn't having that. My mom was a single mom, and I got disrespectful one time. I didn't cuss at my mom or nothing. I just stood toe to toe with her, and I asked her what was she gonna do, and my mom balled up her fist and put me on my back. I was looking up at the ceiling.
We
I
got
will never
chased
do that
by
again.
many a brooms.
My mom was playing. She'll pick up a broom, but see, not only that, see, my mom, if she pick up a broom and came after you, she really wasn't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? My mom did not hesitate to ball up her fist and knock you on your butt.
See, my mom, it's
Hmm.
funny. My mom, I used to call her the snitch because she'll call
Uh,
my dad. And
ooh.
if you call daddy at work,
Mm.
you know your butt was finna get whooped
Oh, that was my
and things like
grandmama.
that. So,
Real quick, I got a
uh
16-year-old. I'm a single mama, right?
oh.
So my
You ever had to
son,
punch him?
so
that was like,
The
I
answer
can't
is
say that
yes.
online right
I
now
can't.
because
I
I ain't
can't
finna
tell
have this.
nobody.
we
I got you.
talking, Mo, we
I
talking.
got you. I got you.
So fun fact,
Uh-huh.
my son is 6'4"
Yeah.
and he wears size 15 shoe and he's
Oh shoot.
16, right?
Yeah.
So he's tall and he's real muscular and big, and
Oh.
my head come to his shoulder, like literally.
Oh
I
wow.
don't care how big you are. I don't care how tall you are. My son
Mhm.
is 16, and the way that I raised him, he's an honor roll student. He has
Very
scholarships
good.
that's fallen into his lap, and he's a master musician. It's all
Hmm.
according to how you raise your children, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I call my son, he says, "Yes, ma'am." I live in New Jersey.
Okay.
but I was raised with Southern morals and values.
Yeah.
So we was always taught to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. But you know, in the northern states, they be like, "Don't say yes, ma'am, to me. I ain't that old." No, 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 no. Down south is the way that we was raised, and my son
Mhm.
is 16 years old till this day. I don't care what kind of mood he in. If he ever in his life say what to me, he's gonna lose his vocal cords. But it's just
Okay.
it's
I knew
so
it.
that kind of answer your question, Mo, just a little
Yeah.
bit, just a little
Yeah.
bit.
I got you. I got you.
But it's a fun fact that a lot of parents they want to be their kids' friends now.
Ooh,
Gotta
You
be
got
his
say
parent
that.
you
first.
got the parents on TikTok doing the videos with the kid. That's good and grand, but then y'all matching the same energy. My son would never match my energy. I told him all the
Yeah.
time. I said, I don't care how big and tall you are. Remember the story in the Bible with David and Goliath.
Oh man, there it is.
Hmm.
There it is.
Like you can't
Go
be
ahead.
your kids' friends,
Uh,
and you got to be you their parent first. So you got to teach them and things like that. Y'all could be friends once they get out the house. You
yeah.
Now,
know.
we
ahead.
way off topic, but back to
I
real quick
know.
with the kids because
Uh,
we're talking about kids now.
hey, I love it.
And you
We
know,
flexible
I
at this show.
have my daughter who's now 21, and
Mm-hmm.
uh and and yeah, she's raised right, you know. But her
Yeah.
mother, when I came into her life, because she's my adopted daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I came into her life, her mother, well, to this day, they're still like best friends, right?
Oh my God.
But that's the problem, you know.
Mhm.
It's we want to be friends, and I am raised differently, right?
Yeah.
Thank God I came into her life because I am
Mhm.
raised differently. I'm the you gonna follow these rules. This is gonna happen.
Pretty much.
But also, you know, I'm still with the new age values too, and the new age
Mhm.
learning. So I'm the one that actually sits down and tell her, hey, this is why we do this. This is
Mhm.
why the consequences are there, you know. So I have a little bit of both, right? I
Yeah.
have my mother upbringing where you sit down and I'll take this to your butt if you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
But also I have that new bringing where, okay, I'm taking your stuff. We're going to talk about why we're doing this, let you understand why there's consequences and why we
Mhm.
need to do this, right?
Mhm.
So
Yep.
I'm in both camps. So you can
Okay.
raise them both ways, but you know, at the end, it's still you got to have that discipline and say, hey, this is why we disciplining. This is the consequences. And then
Mhm.
when they screw up, they see the consequence happen to them. It changes everything.
Yeah, yeah, got
So
you, got you. And it's funny. Yeah, we done ventured way off topic, but that's all right. I like
We
to be
created a new
flexible.
topic.
Yeah, hey, I don't mind though. You know, I can
Well, we're
roll
gonna
with the
get back
punches.
on it, Mo. We're gonna get back on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. In a minute, in a minute. I got a story for y'all, and it pertains to the kids and stuff. Being their parents' friends, parents being friends to their kids. I used to work at the Sloss and Swap meet, and I'll never forget this. I was in there, I was doing photo shirts. Whenever I don't know how many of y'all know what a photo shirt is, but usually if somebody dies, sometime they family gets a picture of them put on the shirt with writing, sometime airbrush around it with the angel wings and all of that. So I used to be the one that would do these photo shirts. And I'm doing hundreds of shirts a day for these gangbangers, because everybody knows LA is written with gangbangers. You know, I used to do hundreds of shirts a day, rest in peace shirts, you know. And one time I was up there working and stuff, and this guy comes in here with it comes into the swap meet with these two ladies. One is an older lady, and the other is a lot older, right? You could tell. Now I'm not knowing who they are right off. They come in. The guy comes up there with his khakis, with his blue khakis, and he's like, I want y'all to embroider this on my blue khakis, and I want y'all to put this picture on the bag, and I want y'all to do, he was telling me everything he want. So he turned around and he looks at one of the ladies and he was like, well, what you think, mom? She was like, nah, cuz that's whack. What you putting that on your shit for? That ain't gonna even look right. You gonna be out there looking stupid on the set. My face like to drop. I'm like, okay. Then the older lady, she come up there Well, I think that's cool, but you should do this. You should do this, cause you know how we do it. Come to find out, that was this boy's mama and his grandmama. And they come from a long line of gangbangers, all in the same gang. And they just up there talking and chilling like they old homies and shit. I was so amazed, y'all. I used to see some of the craziest stuff at the swap meet, but I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that. But yeah. But just to get back on topic. So we've talked about starting a relationship online with somebody, all the meta boos and all of this. You got people running around here getting meta married. I don't
I'm
understand.
one of them.
Yes, he is. Wait, and then they get married. Wait a minute, they get married 1 hour, and
And
then
then get
2 hours
divorced.
later they getting divorced. Stuff move quick here in Meta, huh?
Yeah, you know,
And they
1
was only
hour.
doing it for like entertainment purposes. You wasn't doing it
Yeah.
because you really want to marry the person and y'all have a long distance relationship and
Right.
y'all solidifying your relationship. You need your ass whooped. Just want to let you know.
She said you need your ass whooped. That's all I got to say. Mic drop.
I'm not gonna
Like,
lie. Go
my
ahead.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I think I started all that, y'all. I used to play Meta Feud a lot, and I was friends with this girl in Meta Feud. We always hung out and all of that. And one day we had the Drunken Feud game was going on. My first time ever being to a Drunken Feud, and yes, y'all, I was taking my shots too. I was drunk as hell, but I'm
You ain't
hanging
gonna get
out.
you drunk.
I'm hanging out with this girl in front of one of the stairways because the way it used to be laid out, they had stairs going up one side and then the stairs going up the other side. So me and her are standing in front of the stairway, virtually making out, for lack of better words, right? And people were coming up and they were trying to get by us, and I would look and I'll be like, "Excuse me, it's another stairway all the way over there. Go over there and go up that stair. Why you bothering us?" Right? We carried this on for that whole day, right? So the next day we got over there, we went and played because I used to play every day. We went over there and played, and I just rubbed her belly when she came on. I said, "How you doing, y'all? How you doing with my baby?"
Ooh, mama
And I
didn't
think
raise you
that
like that.
I know, huh? It's all in good fun though. And we carried on a whole relationship for about a month in Metafeud. Every time somebody see us, "Oh, how your baby doing? How, what's going on? How far along is your girl now?" and all of that. So we were just kidding, of course. But anyway, then it got to the breakup point, y'all. And this was so funny. This is where the meta relationship could actually have an effect on you. I'm up there playing Meta Feud, right? I'm up there on the stage playing, and she's out in the audience. So she asked me to do something for her. I'm not gonna tell everybody what that is, but she asked me to do it, and I told her no. Next thing I know, she pops up a text message over her head. If anybody know, you can do a text message and it'll show up over your head.
Mm-hmm.
So she popped up a text message saying, "I'm going to abort your baby." I didn't see it at first. I was over there just playing the game, being into the game. My teammates pointed it out. They was like, "Look, we think she's trying to get your attention." I turn around and I look, and she had the text message bubble over her head talking about, "I queefed out your baby." I said, "What?" And it threw me all off my game, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. I thought I was in a real relationship for a moment. I turned around. I said, "Girl, you must don't know who you fooling with." I said, "Girl, they don't call me Mo Guns for nothing." Then she put in the text thing. She got her a new boyfriend, and he gonna beat my ass, right? I said, "Oh, you must don't really know who I am." I said, "Tell that nigga to bring his ass out here," in the middle of the show, right? And the world is global, so everybody heard me, and they all standing there looking. I guess I became the show that day. But I had to come back to myself. I said, "Ooh." After that, it's so funny though. After that, she started avoiding me. She started avoiding me. If I come into a world and she was there, she would hop out. And I'm like, okay. So I finally talked to her. I said, look, girl, I'm sorry. I got a little carried away with that role and all that we was playing and stuff. We good now, but it was too funny. But I think that's where that whole meta relationship started at. Well, as far as the marriage and the dating and all of that, I think that's where it
I
started.
think it's pretty. Me personally, I
Uh-huh.
think it's pretty funny
Mm-hmm.
because everybody know that my first metal wedding was with Steel. That's my
Yeah.
partner.
Uh-huh.
She a real solid person. I ain't never
Yeah.
had no run-ins with her on no bad note and nothing like that. So that's my
Yeah.
partner and thing. But we
Yeah.
actually, when we did that, we actually broke horizon because we couldn't go in that one world without
Uh-uh.
somebody that was talking about it in a good way or a negative way. We couldn't go into a world.
Yeah.
Even if she go in the world by herself and somebody talking about it, I go in the world by myself. Especially in
Yeah.
Metafield. Like Metafield was the worst, but
Man, it
yeah.
was. Yeah. Yeah.
What I was going
Go
to
ahead
chime
so
in and
fast.
say just now is the metaverse is a remnants of Sims and so on and so forth, all these different virtual
Yeah.
games, Second
Mm-hmm.
Life, and so on. And so the fact that we were able to do that in the game itself, people
Mm.
wanted to do that here without
Yeah.
actually realizing that there's actually real people behind these Sims. It's
Yeah.
not an avatar that's run by AI and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying to you? But once again, I think the question
Mm.
is, if you act like this on here, how you really gonna act in real life?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying to you? So a lot of people's personalities play out here exactly how they would naturally play out in life, and we're just
Mm.
seeing it in a faster time because
Mm.
meta time is different from in real life time.
And I
You know
Right.
what I'm
said that
saying
at
to
the
you?
start of the show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying to you. So
Yeah.
it's like a meta week in this motherfucker is like a meta month. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
like we see things differently when we're on that type of time and basis, but a lot of people start these things because these are the things. Like a lot of females were
Mm.
playing those games, a lot of men were playing those games, and they said, all right, come, let's do
Yeah.
that here. But before we got to this, people
Yeah.
were doing that type of stuff on AOL, on Yahoo
Yeah.
Messenger,
Right.
you know what I'm
Oh, don't
saying to
even
you,
talk
all this
about
different
them.
type of stuff. So now
Yeah.
we have an actual interactive Yahoo and AOL chat
Yeah.
box and those type of things. You know what I'm saying to you? People are meeting in real life off of that until all the serial killers started getting crazy the way it is. So this is like a safer way for us
Darnell,
to
check that
operate that
stove.
same exact situation that we used to do
Okay.
at them times
I
in
mean,
my head. You know what I mean?
I done met a
Mm.
couple of people out here in real life, and they act the
Oh, okay.
way they act in the
In real
world and
life.
things like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they act the same way and things. Like
Yeah.
it's scary. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's scary because y'all
Mm.
know I travel a lot.
Yeah.
Any given time I could be in your
Welcome back,
city or
Tori.
state, but when you do meet up with somebody, it's scary because you like, I don't know if this person gonna act the way they act on Horizon World, or
Uh-huh.
if this person really, are they gonna kidnap me, and things
Yeah.
like that,
Ooh.
you know. So it's very scary to meet people off this because you don't never know who's behind this avatar and things like that. Like we supposed to been had a big meetup in August with some
Yeah.
of the people that played. I don't know if they're gonna have them, but first thing they had said, they're
Mm.
like, "Hey, let's all get an Airbnb so we can
Oh
all be
Lord.
around each other." I'm like, "Nope, I'm not
Uh-uh.
doing no Airbnb. I need my own room." And then
Yep.
they're like, "Why?" I'm like, I don't know y'all like that. Y'all could be serial killers and things like that. They're like, I don't know y'all, so it can't. I need my own room. We can all hang out, but I need my own room and
It's gonna
stuff.
be Anarchy Station in real life.
Right? It's definitely
Who's the
heading that way.
imposter?
But meeting people, like it's certain people in the
Yeah.
metal world that I love to meet, and it's certain
Mm.
people that I be like, yeah, you can go. Like Mo Guns, I feel like you a cool ass dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Toya, I feel like she a cool ass chick and things like that. It's certain people that I love to meet in real life because I know,
Yeah.
you might act the same way in real life, but it's certain people that like literally
Yeah.
scares me. Like the
Yeah.
person I work for, I ain't gonna call
Mm.
his name out. I wouldn't want to
Got you.
meet him at all because you know, I know I'll probably put hands and feet on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna speak on his name. But
I
yeah,
got you.
I
I
know.
got you.
You know, if you know, you know.
Yeah. You know. You
So
know.
it's certain people that I wouldn't want to meet. Like his assistant. I wouldn't want to meet her, and she lived like 3 hours away from me.
Yeah.
Like literally, I wouldn't want to meet her
Gotcha.
in real life. We live in the
Gotcha.
same state,
Yeah. You
so
wanted to say anything on that, Purple?
Um,
she's so quiet behind me.
Ain't she?
Yeah, that's
She's enjoying
fascinating.
the
um,
show. I ain't mad at her.
I mean, we those of us who play spades, we're having a meet and greet in September,
Okay.
and I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, okay.
As far as myself goes, I tell people that I am almost exactly the same in here as I am in the real world. The
Me
only
too.
difference is um I curse way more at home than I do in
In
here. Except for when I'm with you guys, but when I'm in the
Yeah.
spades hall, that's like church. So I mind my mouth. But I'm the
Gotcha.
same person. I don't know how not to be me.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
I think I would be hurt if,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I met Mo in
Mm-hmm.
person and he was, polar opposite of who
Mm-hmm.
he is. I know he won't
Yeah.
be that way.
Right.
Yeah, there's a handful of people that I vibe with, and I would love to vibe with them in real life. And then there's some
Mm-hmm.
people I'm just like, I'm
Mm.
good. I'm good.
Only difference about me in here is I can't put my hands on you. I'm quick
I
to lay
mean, you and
hands in real life.
you and Toya know how much I cuss because the
Yeah.
environments that we're in.
I
That's
don't know. I
Yeah.
be cussing so much. I don't even hear your cussing.
Me
Shit,
either,
we be
because I
trying
be
to out
cussing
cuss each
too.
other.
We all be up there acting a
I
fool.
don't never really hear you cuss that much.
Oh,
Let
she
me tell you
be she be on
what
one
I'll
sometimes.
be on one when the people I got really really mad, and you know why, and you know that situation, and when people heard me cussing in the spades hall because I was furious, they were like, "Oh, we must have just met Diva because this is not Purple." I was like, "Yes,
It's
you
that
have met."
alter ego.
Right, you have met Diva because they were like, Perp was cussing. Perp said this person because I said the F word in every as an adjective, a noun, a verb, a
It's an
pronoun.
accident now, bird.
She like the
Alright.
Smurfs.
I
Everything
was
Smurf.
right. Yes, I was smurfing. I was smurfed off.
Have a Smurfy day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that
You smurf and smurf.
okay. And that brings me to my last slide. If you meet a person online and decide to take it offline, be careful and think about your safety. I suggest start by talking on the phone. You can learn a lot about a person if you're talking on the phone with them
Mm-hmm.
daily or what have you. You can hear stuff going on in the background a lot of times and stuff. And you might not hear it right off in the beginning, but over time, if you do that for a while, you'll hear little things going on here and there. And that's a way to get to know if the person you're dealing with is actually who they say they are in real life. Because once again, people can't hold face forever. The real them got to come out somewhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You might have a person in here you meet, and they might not ever say a cuss word in here, right? But you talk to that person long enough on the phone, and you catch them at one of them moments where they cussing somebody out. Like I had a friend in here, and when I met her, she was very quiet. She was not outspoken at all. She didn't curse at nobody. But the first time me and her talked, when we were on the phone together. She was actually driving home from work, and she was talking to me on the phone, and somebody cut her off. Ooh, that girl got the cussing, and I'm sitting there looking at the phone. I'm like, is this? Wait, am I talking to the right person? I thought I was talking to sis for a moment. But anyway.
Yeah, but you know what? For me, I tell people that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I cuss up. If we're on the phone, I'm at home,
Yeah.
I cuss a lot, so don't be shocked. I just,
Yeah.
I just
maintain.
want to let y'all know I'm an ordained minister in real life from the Brown Couch of the Tabernacle of the Latter Day Saints. Just want to let y'all know that.
Don't make fun of me, sis.
And I have a Bible and a Quran
Did you say you got a
and a watchtower.
And a watchtower. She got it all. Sis got all
Mhm.
the religions. Welcome, Bella. Welcome. I haven't seen you in so long, girl. How you been? I can't hear you from over there. Come up over here.
I think I'm
so I
pretty
can-
much the same person in real life how I
Oh.
am online, except I'm just.
You want to come on stage?
I think I'm a little bit more shy in real life, you know.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And I, you know, observant of things.
Got
You
you.
know.
Got you.
Until I get the feel of people, because I keep my circle small anyway. 'cause
Right. You got to
be
keep
careful.
that circle small.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If it ain't
And
my
you can't-
friends and you know
Mhm.
people I hold dear to me, I'm
Mm.
cool. No new friends like that.
Yeah.
No new friend.
But-
You cool, but you
Yeah.
stay over there. You know,
Right,
I speak
right.
to
Your
you when I
distance.
see you.
I got people I like. I adore. Like I adore Purple. I love her. My bro, of course.
Yeah.
That one over there for damn sure.
Say
You
that one
alright.
over there.
You
I'm
alright. I mean, you
Long-
alright.
long as I
You
made the I clan, long as I ain't made what you call them a band, long as I ain't make the
Hey,
band
you made
side.
the jail upstairs. You made the jail. When we was doing jail, I said put solid wonders in. Did I not
Yeah,
say
put
that?
them on the wall. Yeah.
Once you did, so you made the jail.
Yeah.
So you know, I fucks with you. Mhm.
I try to keep my name. You know what I'm saying? That's why my name's
Yeah.
solid. You know, I try to stay solid.
That remind me, I need to add Topaz to the jail. I ain't added him
You
yet.
been to jail?
Nope, he haven't, but he still can get up there.
Have you been to jail?
I don't think he
You
has.
have not been to jail.
I don't think Bella been there either. I need to add Bella to the jail.
Topaz
And
has
Purple.
not been to
No,
jail.
I'm good.
You don't want to be you don't
Thought
want to
you
be
been there
graffiti on the wall
before.
in the jail, Purple.
You about to be there now?
I thought you were gonna put me in the jail.
Oh no, add your name
Bro,
on
how do I
there.
get upstairs to the jail?
Touch the jail visit thing over there. Ooh, I didn't mean to go. Touch the jail visit thing next to that visit board. There you go. All righty. So
what was the last thing you just said? Because I wanted to touch on that about being
okay,
careful.
about being careful. If you decide to meet a person online, I think I stopped at start by
phone
talking
call.
with them on the phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what I wanted to touch on, like everybody don't have iPhone, but
Yeah.
you bet your ass everybody got Messenger.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So what I do, like if I
Mhm.
do take a relationship, whether it's a friendship or we trying to make something work, all the way through and things like that, what I do,
Mm-hmm.
I would message call to you because you're gonna give me your Facebook account and I'm gonna
Yeah.
message call you.
Yeah.
Or, you give me your Snapchat account. I'm gonna
Mhm.
video call
No,
you on there.
no.
Just to see.
Google Voice is your friend.
And Google Voice.
I
I
have
see.
I have a Google number that I give people.
I do too.
And
Mhm.
there are I can count on my hands how many people in the metaverse have my real telephone number.
Right. I
Got
can count on it's only literally 2 people that have my real telephone number. One has my main number and the other one has my secondary number.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
there's not too many people that I just go out and give my number to. Or nothing
Yeah.
like that.
I call it my whole phone.
Your whole phone?
My
Oh.
whole phone.
Oh
Now
yeah.
I give my Snapchat all day long. I don't care about that. Hit me up on the Snap.
Tip
You
of the
know,
month. Get a whole phone. If you ain't got one, get one.
get one.
Google
If you got
Voice
one,
is
get
free.
Google
two.
Voice is free. You get your own personal number. So you'll have a number to give out to people. And the cool thing about Google Voice is when they call you, it rings your actual phone and you can answer. It works just like your regular phone.
And they
But
don't
they
see
don't know your
real,
number.
They don't know your number.
Yep. So, all righty. So we discussed the phone. So then after the phone calls, after you've talked a while on the phone or whatever, and y'all have got to know each other, off the phone call, then you may want to progress to video chat. Because of course you want.
And Google got an answer for that too.
Yes, they do. Yes,
Google
they
got
do.
answer that too.
Google done fixed all our problems. Look, I live by Google. I love Google. But yeah, you want a video chat so you can see who you talking to is who you talking to. I had
And
this experience.
Pay attention to the background.
Yes.
Please pay attention to the
yes.
background.
Yes. You can learn a whole lot from a person's background.
People like to hold the phone like this. If y'all can see me, they like to hold the phone up in the air.
Check this out.
Like that.
You just see my head.
Because of the simple fact that they lean the phone like this, you're gonna see everything in that background and things like that. But guess what? You gotta pay attention to that background because your body ain't made to stay like this for a very long time. They gonna
You
slip
gonna
up,
put it down.
and they gonna slip up. You gotta pay attention to that
Excuse
background.
me, sir.
Yes.
Don't mean to interrupt the show, but I was just sent to jail, and there was not a cheese sandwich or a bologna sandwich in there.
And you didn't even get your free phone
Just-
call.
I'm
You-
just letting you know.
look,
I didn't
let
even
me-
get a phone call or anything like that.
Wait,
I don't
let
know
me
what's
tell you
going on.
why. We spent so much money on that luxurious jail. We ran out of cash. It's written on the wall back there. We couldn't afford a telephone service, or even food. So if you cut up and go to jail, you're gonna be hungry.
I couldn't even
Eat
find the
AirPod
book to
Pop.
put things on my book, so I don't know what's going on here, sir. But
It's not right. It's not right at all.
you might need to put a skeleton in there or something, just
I
to let
know,
everybody
huh?
know this is the last place you're
Ooh.
going. And that's my piece.
No. Oh, don't give me no ideas.
Yeah, it's not right at all. I've been in there and be like, really? Really?
Yeah.
Let me out.
Put me a meta skeleton in there.
On a
Yeah.
sidebar, it's one
Uh-huh.
of those countries where
Mhm.
they jail is like some club fed. They got flat screen
Mhm.
TVs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
mirrors. I don't know what the hell it is, but
Eating
yeah, they
steak and
believe in
lobster.
really rehabilitating their convicts. Over here, United States, shit, you barely get
You kn-
what's upstairs.
Wait,
You know,
hold
United
on.
States is #1 in the world
Mm.
with more conviction.
Mm.
That's the only thing we #1 in.
Well,
Mexico
look,
got a. You said what?
No, the United States is #1 in the world with the most conviction. Most people
Conviction.
locked
Oh
up in
hell
jail.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Because they in
Mhm.
other countries they just kill their people. Child molesters die.
Mm.
Mhm.
They just like
And I
they
feel like
can't
that's
be
a good place for them,
rehabilitated.
to be honest with you.
Yeah, so they
kill 'em,
can't
they
molest
kill 'em,
nobody
so-
else.
Right, they don't got time for rehabilitating you. You're dead. They
Right.
think that's a mental condition. So like you know
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah. Ain't no
So,
fixing it.
Ain't
Goodbye.
no fixing it. So just you're done.
I tell you though, you know what? For the most part though, jails here in the US are effective. Because if I went to a jail and I'm watching a flat screen TV with cable service and I'm eating steak, lobster, and shrimp in jail, I would always commit crimes and go back there. I would love it. I ain't
What?
got to pay
For
no
some steak
bills.
and lobster.
Look, freedom, nigga. Look, wait, hold on. I got a free bed. I got free
I would
steak and
look at
lobster.
it like this: if
I
I'm
got
homeless
free
and I don't
cable
have no
TV.
place else,
Wait
like
a
a lot of
minute.
homeless people commit
Yeah.
crimes because they
Yeah.
don't have nowhere. And like if I was homeless, and of course,
Right now, I'm paying bills. I pay for my cable.
be
I
careful
pay for
what you
my
speak
flat
into
screen
existence.
TV. I hear you, sis. I hear you. Sis, look, I'm just saying. I know better. Out
Need
here
you
in
knock on some wood
California,
over here. Knock
out
on
here
some
in
wood.
California, if you go to jail, it ain't, look, I know about jail out here. Oh, it ain't luxury. It is by no
I
means.
like wearing my own panties. Okay, for real.
Wait,
I don't want to go to.
get you some commissary and buy you some new panties.
Nah. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. The defiance in me don't even allow that. Type
You
of
know
stuff.
what? And that's the one
No.
thing. That's the thing about me, sis.
Yeah.
I am very defiant. Don't tell me
Right, I
shit.
don't want nobody telling me when I can eat, sleep.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
true.
get up. What I no.
That's true. That's
Yelling in my
true.
face and standing in line, and when I could shower and nope. Mm-mm.
So anybody that's watching right now, I'm just kidding.
We live?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
You nationwide, bro. You didn't see that message pop up in front of your face when you came
Bro, I
into the
don't be
world?
paying attention
How
to
many
stuff
people
that
are
pops
how
up.
many people are watching?
Oh, I don't know yet because I'm in here with y'all.
Oh, okay.
Nationwide
It's
is
on your
on your side.
Actually, I think the scream. I said it's to stop at 6.
Stupid.
So I don't think it's screaming now. But the part is after 6, I'm still recording. But I think the scream ended at 6. Because I set it on automatic to start recording at 5 and to stop at 6. So right now it's not recording. I mean, it's not screaming. But yeah, I'm just kidding though. Jail is not the place for me. I'm too defiant. Don't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
What happened?
Right. You can't tell me nothing.
Exactly.
Mothers.
Baby
Exactly.
said you got the Kanye West disease.
Yes. Don't tell me nothing. All righty. So, what I say, I left off on progress to video chatting. And like Silas said, pay attention to that background. You might see that whole dirty ass house in that background when you talking to her. You don't want to be messing with no messy hoes. I'm just saying. Catch that
Messy
weave
hoes.
laying out over there.
You might
Hopping
see that
over barbed
cockroach
wire
walking
fences.
across the wall, but
Man, wait.
They funny.
Wait. My ex, she used to stay on this app called Bigo. I don't know how many know what that is, but it's like a social media type of app. And it's almost like Hollywood Squares. You have about what? I think it's like maybe 15, 16 squares. And each square is a person at their house or wherever they at screaming, right? And one day they were on there clowning and talking. And all I know is I hear everybody clowning on this girl. They saw a big old roach crawl across her wall in the big old screen while she was screaming. Oh, man, I was done. I was too done. It was the funniest thing, y'all. Social media tell on some of y'all, you know.
everything.
It'll tell on some of y'all. I learned about prepaid electricity. I didn't know that was a thing. In California, we ain't got no prepaid electricity. Go ahead, Topaz.
On the topic of what's on the board,
Yeah.
what is a timely order and frame to do these progressions without it being pushed or forced?
I would think, to be honest with you, I think
Logically.
it should. Yeah, I think maybe as far as the phone call, talking on the phone, maybe about a month as far as talking on the phone.
A
And
month.
then,
I
yeah,
would say.
Wait a minute. When you say a month, you talking about
just talking on the phone.
You
Just
should be talking on the phone at least a month. Or you saying or before?
yeah,
y'all?
before you know, go to the
Oh.
next step.
Oh, okay.
Before you
I
go
thought
to
you
the
was
next
talking
step,
about before
which is
you talk
video
on the
chat.
phone.
That's what I thought he was talking about. You be friends and here the end of the month.
That is blasphemy, sir. But I'm gonna.
But
let
what you
go with
think?
that.
What you
Like,
think?
it
I
depends
mean,
on-
I think that transparency is a part of everything. Just the way you can
Mhm.
talk on the phone, you can talk in video. You get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
You don't want to spend a month talking to a person to find out she hang her dirty drawers with the skid marks on her fucking bedhead. You might be too invested by that time. You're like, you know what? We've been talking for a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can look past that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can
I
look past
got you.
that shit, and then that shit become toxic afterwards. You're like, you always got your stinking drawers over there, girl. What's wrong with you? Like, nigga, that's how you met me. You ain't like it then. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, so
Right.
They're hanging on your desk.
you know what I'm saying to you?
I mean,
I
I don't think there,
go ahead, Purple.
Go ahead, Purple.
I don't think there should be a set timeline.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I think each relationship will progress as it progresses.
Yeah.
What might be too
Mm.
fast for one person might not be, too fast for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, person A and person B might start video chatting on day 2. That's a little too fast for me.
Yeah.
But for all I know, they could be vibing. I don't know how long they were talking in the metaverse.
How they feel it.
Mhm. Right.
In my situation, we chatted through the Oculus for a while, and then we started texting. We wouldn't even give each other our government names until we were sure that we were both on the same page. And then because I have a whole phone, I didn't give out my real number.
Got the whole phone number.
What's a whole
yeah.
phone, sis?
Google Voice.
It's Google Voice.
Oh.
You can
Like a text-free
chat,
number
you can
kind
text,
of situation.
and you can
okay.
video call all with that same number. Google got you covered
Google
without
got
giving
you
out your
covered.
real number.
Yeah.
It's
Also-
attached to your phone. I
The
can get like
reason- No, go ahead.
yeah, I got Google Voice also. And whenever you call my Google Voice number, it's a whole separate number. It's not traceable to your phone. But when you call that Google Voice number, my actual cell phone rings.
Yeah.
And I'm able to
Text
answer
free.
it. I can get texts, I can get video calls from there, all of that. And it goes all to my regular phone without me giving out my actual phone number.
Toya, you got my real number, girl.
I know.
Well, the reason why I ask is because
Mhm.
a lot of the females that I've met in my time,
Mhm.
I see them give the perception, and I
I'ma
know
text you
men
from my
don't really have
iPhone
a
today. You hear me?
problem with it,
Yeah.
but a
Mhm.
lot of females will go through these steps and, like how you say, a month or whatever situation is, and it's never because they don't like the person or they don't want to get to know the person, but each progression comes with something. You get what I'm saying
Yeah.
to you? So now 1 minute y'all talking on the phone, y'all learning about each other, but as soon as that video call start happening, now this nigga want to send dick pictures or fucking he wants some pussy pictures, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Most
You know what I'm talking
women,
about. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what
I
I'm saying
get
to
it.
you?
I get it.
most women in here in the metal world, the first thing they ask is like, "You send a dick pic?" No, I don't even know you. You know,
To send,
Oh
I mean,
Lord, I ain't never
Okay.
asked
I
that.
want to see that dick in real life.
we ain't been talking that long.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that? Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Leo,
I'm
you
not
got
pulling
something
it
to
out
say?
unless you gonna do
Cut that
something with
out.
it.
Cut that out,
Right.
please. Cut that out the tape.
I'll cut it out. I'm not gonna pull it out unless you're gonna do something with it. No, that's not. But go ahead, Leo.
No, I was gonna just follow up with Purple said. I think it all depends on the people and the
Yeah.
person. You know what I mean? I'm one of the people, like, I actually work pretty fast.
Okay.
You know, I think 2 weeks when we get to talking or whatever it is, we establish what's going on, and if I like you, then I'm gonna pursue you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If I got let me know what it takes for me to get to know who
Gotcha.
you are. So if I got to travel to come see you, if you downstate, you know what I mean? If you down the
Yeah.
street, you know what I mean? Just let me know what your situation is first before we start doing what we about to go do.
Yeah.
All right? Because I'm not going to waste all my time trying to get, you know what I mean? I'm like, because
You're not gonna
I
invest.
don't think it's no need to waste time.
Mhm.
You know, and when I can just let you know, let's find out what this is. If it's
Yeah.
something, let's find out what it is. Because I'm not going to waste your time.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah, that's all.
Let's
Okay.
make it
And I'm
happen.
not.
If not, then let's not waste each other's time because time ain't on not one of our sides.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Mm.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Time is money, but also it's valuable time that you could be spending with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could take this time my time and effort I'm about to give you. I can give that to somebody else. But I need to know what you look like. I need to know what you know what I mean. I need to figure out all that. You know, I don't like you said before. I think a month is a good time, but 2 weeks is, you know, from if I find that if I find that I like you,
that we have an attraction.
Exactly. 2
Yeah.
weeks. The first week is just communication. Then the
Yeah.
second week, I got to take it upon myself to pursue you.
Yeah.
All right. We've already talked on the phone. We video chatted. All right. I'm gonna come see you at least one time before, you know, you figure out if you want this or not. You know what I mean? So we're not talking sex or nothing like that. We're just talking. You know, I need to take it off of here so I can talk to you in real life.
Yeah.
You know, you got to let me know if you got bed bugs. You got to let me know if you got roaches in the house.
We ain't gotta let me know that in no weeks times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, of course they're not going to tell you about the baby daddy right away. You know what I mean? I'm gonna learn about the baby daddy after all the other stuff. You know,
I'm
gonna learn about this.
That's the thing with me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm trying to meet up with you, I need to know about the baby daddy because if I'm coming to your city and state,
I need to know
know
if this
about the
crazy
baby
man
daddy.
gonna come after me.
Right. Because I'm not at home. I'm in your city.
What I do find is women try to put their best foot forward first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they explain to you what their situation is.
Yeah.
And they try to make sure that, you know, hey, this is my situation. This is how it's coming or whatever it is. And you got to dig a little deeper, you know, and if you want to stick around, you stick around. But I need to know what's going on with you before I start pursuing you. And we start having kids and laying down and we doing this and we doing that. You got to let me know some stuff about you. And you can't do that unless you put your hands, or you got to touch her.
Yeah.
You got to caress her. You got to know, like most women only really open up when you're, touching on them. So you got to really know what's going on. Talking to them, they're going to tell you, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this. I didn't know a woman was homeless until I started having sex with her. So you gotta you gotta know what's going on.
Surprise, nigga!
Surprise!
Tell us about that story. Can you tell us about that story?
No, God, no.
Right?
No.
How did that happen? Just give us a little background.
She was living with her mama. So, so
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
homeless.
I said, come on now,
Homeless
you
is
living
when
with
you
your
living
mama
under a
now.
bridge
You
or
living with your
something like
mama
that,
now.
or you in
know
your
what I mean? I
car.
didn't dick you down. I didn't dick you down in
I
your
thought
in,
you
in
had
your
done
child
shit.
in
I
your
get it.
childhood bedroom.
To
You
him,
know?
it was
But that's
homeless.
not homeless.
It was
though.
home. You ain't got your own place. You live with your mama.
That's
I
not
love you.
homeless, man.
I
I
not
love
got
you.
homeless.
juicy
That's a
vibes.
reset.
That's
know
that's
what?
yes.
That's a reset. I mean, a
And-
lot of people have to take resets because
Yeah.
life ain't
Yeah,
always.
you know, I'm not against it. I'm not
Yeah.
against, but you don't know someone's situation,
Shit,
and
I wanna
main
go
and I'm just talking male and female. Most
Yeah.
women try to put their best foot forward because
Yeah.
that's a ladylike thing to do. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
respect, and
Uh.
and I don't deserve to, you know what I mean, to be telling you what you can't be doing and what your situation is.
Yeah.
But to take a month or 2 months out of my life when
Yeah.
this can take easily 2 weeks. This can
Yeah.
take 2 weeks, and we can figure out if this is gonna go left or right.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And you know
Mhm.
what? And I was being kind of conservative with that time frame.
Of course.
My metaboo, I was talking to her on the phone within a week.
Easy.
From
See
the
that?
moment I started talking to her, you know,
Mhm.
when I start talking to her in here, I gave her my phone number 3 days later, and she was
Yep.
calling me at the end of the week, and we were talking.
Mhm. Exactly,
So I was
because
being
you
a little,
like I said, because you see how that worked out, right? Everything was
Yeah.
vibing. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Yeah, like
uh-huh.
because you got a big brain and a small brain, and everything was communicating. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what? You
Mhm.
know what? Let's see where. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's see what's going on with
Where we
this.
gonna go with this?
Yeah, where are we gonna
Yeah.
go with this? Because you need to know. You got to find out what's going on. Now, obviously, you want to be safe.
Yeah.
And I find most women they want to set up. You know, let's meet at the mall first. Let's meet here.
Yeah.
What's
A
going over
public
there?
place
Yeah,
full of
let's meet at
people.
a public place and things. I'm like, let's cut all the rigmarole out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, I'm not crazy. You know about what's going on over here. Let's meet. If you want to meet up somewhere, we can meet up somewhere. But after that, let me just know what your situation is,
Yeah.
and then we
I
can
ain't
move
gonna
forward
lie
from
to
there.
you.
I got a whole
When I
story
met
about
up
that.
with
But
a
go ahead.
girl out here on this Horizon, we
Uh-oh.
met up in the casino. I was
Oh.
like, fuck that. The casino got all these damn cameras. I'm gonna need to meet your ass in the casino. And that's
Okay.
what it is and things like
Mhm.
that. So
Say
if you
somebody
never
gonna
Yeah,
see
and
something.
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that at all. But again, you want to be safe. You want to know
Yeah.
you're not meeting up with somebody crazy.
Yeah.
And you know, but you gotta get to her. If you don't get to her, and if she don't
Yeah.
see you, if you're not there, if you're not present, you're not
Yeah.
communicating with her. You can always sweet talk a woman. Trust me, there's plenty of women who've been sweet talked out of
Mhm.
millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Out of you know what I mean?
And
They've been
by a
sweet talked
person they
out of
never met
by
or
a
never
person they
talked
never
to.
met. All because
Mhm.
they got a dream in their mind that I found the one man that's gonna love me forever.
And
You
he
know?
understands me.
Oh, he
and-
understands me. He knows my
Yeah.
situation. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
no, I feel like that's wasting her time if I
Mm.
can't get to you. I got to be
Yeah.
able to touch you, feel you, know what's going
Yeah.
on. If you're sick, if you got one leg, you got 3
Mhm.
arms. What's going
Yeah.
on with you?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. There it
that's
is.
Did you
all.
say
There.
3 arms?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I'm not
I'm just
judging.
fucking with
I
you.
have
We
not met a
did.
woman with, you know.
But did he say 3 arms? Like that's crazy right there. 3 arms.
She got lips on her forehead. I ain't gonna say
Man,
nothing. But next.
But yeah,
Uh,
like my metal wife, everybody know I'm married,
yeah.
unfortunately. My metal wife, we actually started talking, we actually exchanged numbers. We actually changed Snapchat before we exchanged numbers. And
Okay.
it only took a week, to
Yeah.
change numbers and stuff like that.
Okay.
But for a minute we was just sending each other snaps and, sending each other's, you know,
Mm.
pictures of our day or what we doing and things like that. And then after that, we exchanged numbers and we didn't video call, we didn't
Mm.
all that stuff. So yeah,
Hey,
it does take
if you want to
about a
say
week or
something, you have
two.
to come up to the mic or we won't hear you. And you're muted, honey.
She just unmuted herself. And
Okay.
it does
We
take
can't
a
hear
week
you.
or
Come up to the
two
mic so
and
we can
stuff
hear
like that.
you.
So
I said,
Oh,
I'm
go-
good, honey. Thank you, honey.
All
I'm
righty.
good. I was just listening, sweetheart. Just
Okay. Okay.
hearing you. It's close to my bedtime.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Solid.
yeah,
Hey, is
it's
it okay
cool.
to be in love with somebody in real life and they avatar?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yes.
I've seen it
It's
Yes.
happen.
possible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She said, What you saying?
I think that's a little crazy. Now that's a little crazy.
Ooh.
Just a little crazy.
Oh,
That's all. I don't believe you can fall in love with an avatar's. I don't think
I
so.
mean, you
I
can.
don't
Well,
think
because
so.
you think about
Uh-uh.
this. You think about this. Behind these avatars, it's real life people
it's
behind it.
personalities, it's
So
everything.
you have a voice.
I might be a little different because the first thing I do is I go, oh, I like Mo Gun. Yo, he a cool dude.
Yeah.
What does dude look like? Because
Yeah.
I think I know what he looked like. He looked
Yeah.
like a player. He looked like somebody that you know what I mean.
Not
He
me.
looked like somebody. You know what I mean. So the first thing I do is I check the picture.
Yeah.
And then when I see the picture, I go, I know that voice. That voice is, you know what I mean? That voice
Right.
matched the face.
It kind of looked like it matched the picture because I actually put my
Exactly.
actual picture up there. So
See?
ain't nothing
Exactly.
airbrushed about it or touched up. That's me all day
That's
long.
it. Exactly. And when you picture stuff on Front Street, I completely understand that. But
Mhm.
I've never met, so I guess, yeah, I guess you could fall in love with somebody's avatar, but that would be, that'd be, I don't know.
But you're not.
Yeah.
But you're not falling in love with the
With the-
avatar. You're not
You
falling in love with the
person.
So,
You're not falling in love
so
with
you're
the-
falling
with
in
their
love with the
personality.
person. With
yeah,
the
you're
person,
not.
right?
Yeah,
The
you're not
personality.
falling in love with the cartoon representation of that person. You're
Yeah.
falling in
Well,
love
technically,
with the
in my
person.
mind, it's not even so much the person; it's
Uh-huh.
actually the style of the person. Because you're looking at how they dress. You see some avatars walking around here, you like, oh, you look like a goof fucking troop. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no style. You don't know how to put your glasses together. And what you doing in real fucking life? You know what I'm saying to you? If you can't match your jeans with some avatars, nigga, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying to you?
Okay,
Like,
now I
Solid
do
right now got
understand
the
that.
whole drip on with the fucking blue hair and shit like that. Somebody gonna be like, ooh, I wonder what he looked like behind
Well,
the
but I mean,
avatar.
I don't have purple hair and purple eyes in real life.
Nah, but you rock the shit in your avatar here, so that'll bring somebody's interest to, oh, so if she could style her avatar to look like that, what does she look like in real time? So the question was, can you fall in love with the avatar and the real person at the same simultaneous time? You know what I'm saying to you? So when he said it just now, like, nah, he can't put the two together because he want to see the first. It's like, but don't you see the artiste in the person crafting the avatar? Because everybody craft their avatars differently.
Different.
You know what I'm saying to you? He
And
could
it's
say that he
crazy.
look at you and you look like Pimpin' Mo and shit like that, but then in the end of the fucking day, you the reverend. You know what I'm saying to you?
I completely understand. Yeah.
I ain't met not one
And it's
reverend that
crazy.
wasn't a pimp. I'm just
And
gonna be real with you.
You see, I'm
And it's-
dressed in all black all the time because I mean that shit.
Black
In
power,
real life,
sis.
I mean that shit.
Power
For
to the
real.
people.
And that's how I am in real life. Everything in my house is black.
Yeah.
Dark
I
baby.
mean that shit.
And it's crazy because my ex Metaboo, her avatar, she had the same color her hair was, the same shade, the color variations. She colored her hair like that in real life. I was like, oh my God, girl. What
Did you say Darth
doing?
Vader? Hold on. Did you say Darth Vader?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
Fuck you, Solid.
I didn't even catch that.
Fuck you.
Ooh, I didn't catch it. Yeah.
You lucky I can't throw this goddamn mic at your ass.
Okay, wait. We had a moment where somebody kept trying to throw the mic. Like, she was trying to throw it, couldn't do it. But anyway. So yeah, so basically you're gonna start out with the phone calls and progress to video chatting. You want to make sure all that leads to this. You want to make sure a person is who they say they are, or have a pretty good idea about who they say they are. Cause I'll tell y'all a funny story. I met this girl before. This was back, it was no VR back then, or at least none that I knew of. I used to chat with women on Yahoo Chat, back when Yahoo used to have a chat thing. And I met this girl, and she told me she was in the same state I was in and all of that. So we had talked for a while. We was chatting and everything, got to know each other. And I never seen a picture of her. She never seen a picture of me, but we would talk. And then we started talking on the phone. We talked maybe a month or two. So she was like, hey, you want to go out with me? I'm like, okay, we can go out, you know. So we got to talking. She showed up to my house to pick me up because I don't drive. And she does, So I told her, look, I can come to you. I ain't tripping. I can get around. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, no, I'll just come pick you up. I drive. Okay, cool. She shows up to my house, and I go and I look out my window and I see this girl. I swear to God, she was not anything to look at. I hate to talk about folks and be judgmental, but I said, oh my God, I was thinking of ways I could try to get out of this date because I did not want to go out with this girl. I said, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go out with her this first time and see how things go and all that. After all, we're just going to a movie and then we're going out to dinner.
That's an expensive date.
That's an expensive date. You ain't lying. I'm going to tell y'all how much I spent after the fact. But anyway.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. I can say, oh, no. That's you spending a lot of money for some ugly, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, man, you already think she ugly. So
Go ahead.
I have a question. It's Iana.
Yes. Okay.
What
Biana?
initially attracted you
Iana?
to her to
Uh-huh.
invite her to your
Mhm.
home? Initially, you saw something. What was that
I
you saw?
did. It was her personality. She was very sweet. You know, she was very caring. Still is. You know what I'm saying? Me and her could talk about anything and stuff.
So
And the crazy,
initially, it wasn't looks.
it wasn't looks initially.
So when she showed up to your house and you saw that there was no surprise, you knew she wasn't an attractive woman initially, right?
Well, I didn't know what she looked like. I had never seen her before that. I had never seen her, and she never saw me. So
So you spoke on the phone.
we spoke on the phone and through
she
the
was
chat,
attractive woman.
through the Yahoo chat. You know,
Yeah,
So-
intellectually, she was there. She
Yeah.
sparked. You invited
college
a
student. She was a nurse. So
why
know,
not just go with that? Why the superficial? I'm just curious.
Well, I don't know, to be honest with you, but let me finish the story. It's a trip. I went on because, like I said, I wanted to kind of call it off, but I said no. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go out and see how things work out, right? So she picked me up, and the craziest thing is when she came to pick me up, she brought her roommate with her. And she didn't say nothing about this on the phone. She got there. She was like, oh, I hope you don't mind, but I brought my roommate with me. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. So I asked her, I said, well, why you didn't tell me this on the phone? Of course she can go with us. I'm not going to, the girl's there already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say no now that she's here. And I ain't going to lie to you. The whole time I'm thinking, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go out with this girl, and this is going to be the last time I see her. Because first of all, I didn't know how she looked. First of all, the superficial part of me kicked in, you know what I'm saying? And second of all, you brought a whole nother person with you to go out with me and didn't say nothing. How do you know I had enough to pay for a whole nother person? You know what I'm saying? I did,
I
but
wouldn't be paying for the
I
phone.
don't think it came to do with that. I think that was her safe place or doing it in the safe
and
way.
she did,
And that's
yeah.
why she did it that way.
Yeah, and she did tell me in the end, she did tell me that's what her thinking was. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, it's crazy. But I could have met her where we was going. You know what I'm saying? I offered to. She didn't have to come get me. Where we was going is a public place, cameras all over the place. I could have met her there. She offered to come pick me up, but I guess she already knew what she had in mind. What she wanted, how she wanted the night to go, or what have you. So anyway, she shows up, pick me up. We go we go to get something to eat first. I don't know how many of you have a Red Robin where y'all at. I know sis probably know about it, but I don't know who else and wherever they at have Red
Yeah,
Robin.
we got one here
Okay, so I figured you did.
on Eastern Avenue.
Up,
Red
you know
Robin.
right where it's at. Anyway, so we went to Red Robin to eat first. And we sitting down eating, I ordered us some stuff and everything, and we sitting there eating. And her friend goes outside a couple of times. Then her friend comes back in and says, oh my God, he's out there. My thought is like, Okay, who's out there? Who is she talking about? Right now, I'm thinking this girl's just crazy. She said, girl, he out there. The girl I'm with get to asking questions. Well, girl, how do you know where you was going to be? And all of this and all of that, right? So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, right? Anyway, I asked the girl that I'm with, I said, hey, I said, who are y'all talking about and what's going on? Don't y'all think y'all should tell me what's happening? So she said, yeah, she has an abusive boyfriend that has been stalking her and he pops up everywhere she goes. My next thought was, and you invite this one to go with us to go out somewhere? So now I'm thinking, I'm not finna let this guy hit on her because I was raised old school. You don't hit no women. You know what I'm saying? So if this guy want to pull something, it's going to be a problem. I said, okay, I'm sitting there and I'm evaluating the whole situation, right? So we go out after we finish eating and everything. We go out to go to the theater. The guy is sitting out there in his car and he comes up to the girl. So I walk up to him and I said, look, I said, dude, I said, I don't know what you and her got going on. You know, I'm not here with her. I'm here, you know, with her roommate, her friend. But whatever y'all got going on, don't bring that over here. I said, I'm out here trying to have a good time. You know, I'm being myself. I'm chilling. And I don't want no problems. But if you want to set it off, we can. Because I'm a gangster in real life. I want y'all to know. Right? So anyway, he said, okay, I'm cool. You know, I ain't tripping. He goes back to his car. So I'm thinking he going to leave or whatever, right? He goes, so we go in. What's up, Barboso? You done missed most of the show, man. The whole show almost. We, at the end, we drawing to a close, bro. Probably over there shooting up people. But anyway, so we go and we watch the movie, right? After the movie is over, we go out. The guy is still out there. But to cut the story short, he didn't cause no trouble or nothing like that or anything. But so we went on. She dropped me off at home, and you know, her and her roommate went home and all of that. Come to find out, I I I I know I'll get him. I developed a real attachment to this girl. I fell for her personality. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it was like I didn't even see her physical looks anymore. You know what I'm saying? We became really close friends and stuff. We're still friends to this day. I wouldn't date her again because she's Sagittarius and I'm Pisces. And for some reason, relationships between Sagittarius women do not work for me. I'm attracted to them to no avail. It's some kind of weird, very strong attraction there that I can't get past, but it never works out at all. You know what I'm saying? But me and her are still good friends. We make real good friends, you know. We go out to the movies every now and again or what have you. So I said that to say this. I didn't know what I was signing up for. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who she was. She didn't know who I was. And she was there for me for a really tough time in my life. I'm gonna share this with y'all. Once my auntie used to work nights. She worked for the postal service. And she would get off late at night and she would drive home. And one night she was driving home and it was a gang fight broke out and there was shooting back and forth and everything. And the report I got was that my auntie was shot in the head. So I lost my mind. My auntie is my best friend. You know, I lost it. I sat up there and like I said, I'm the kind, look, I want revenge. I'm finna go over here to this hood and I'm finna take all these niggas out. It was finna be war. But, you know, the girl that I was just talking about that I went out with, she called me. So she called me on the phone and I tried my best to hide. I thought I did a pretty good job of hiding, that I was going through something. I picked up the phone. I was all chipper. Hey, girl, what's up? How you doing? She said, oh, I'm doing all right. Woo, woo, whatever. I said, okay. So we talked for a little while. And when we talked, she said, okay. She said, well, you want me to come over? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I said, well, you can come over if you want, but I'm all right. I'm cool. She said, okay. Hung up the phone. And I sit there and I'm thinking, and not even 10 minutes passed. And she called me right back. And she said, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She said, I know something is wrong with you. I can feel it. She said, I know something is wrong. What's happening? I broke down and started crying, y'all, and told her everything. She didn't even hang up the phone. Next thing I know, I hear her knocking at my door. Boom, 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 boom. I go open the door. She was at my door. And she sat there with me the whole night and everything. From that moment on, like I said, she's one of my best of friends. You know what I'm saying? So physical attraction do play a part in the beginning, but when you get to know a person, that all goes out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that was beautiful. I think I was just triggered by the word you used. You called her ugly.
Yeah.
And as a Black woman, it is just so sad to hear a Black man, no matter if you find her attractive or not, use that word against one of us. So as I'm not the type of Black woman to just sit back and allow that to happen. So that's why I stood up.
I got you. And it was, like I said, it was part of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I've learned a lesson from that, though. I don't call nobody ugly no more. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got you. Well, that's pretty much it. I think the last thing that's on my slide there is make sure a person is who they say they are. And when you finally decide to meet, we touched on that already, do so in a safe place. That way you don't wind up like the guy on Misery. Anybody seen Misery?
She cracked that nigga ankles and
leg.
said, do it again.
Yep.
Write it again.
Action land. Uh-oh.
That's where I'm about to go.
System challenge you. So, all right, y'all. I guess that concludes the podcast. Mostly everybody done left. Unless anybody got anything else they want to say. All righty. I'm finna play my theme song, y'all, for those that wasn't here in the beginning. I found out how to upload it, sis. Let's see here.
Yo, it's Mo Gun, step back, feel the heat. Straight out the blocks with that fire on repeat. Got the hustle in my veins, every move elite. From the street to the stage, hear the crowd, they all agree. I'm the king of the hustle, always on my grind. In the shadows, making moves, mastermind. Mo Guns is the name, keep it fresh, redefined. Every track I drop here, you know it's prime time. Mo Guns is your man, he's the one with the plan. From the city to the block, yeah, he's taking a stand. He's the fire in the booth, got the world in his hand. When he steps to the mic, know he's in command.
Thank you.
Heavy artillery, lyrically profound. Every verse is a bullet, hit a powerful sound. In the game for the glory, where the legends are crowned. Mo Guns making waves, watch the empire mount. From the struggle to the top, yeah, I earned every stripe. I'm the truth in the booth, no hype, just like. Got the heart of a lion in the midst of the strife. Mo Guns on the rise, cutting sharp as a knife. Mo Guns is your man, he's the one with the plan. From the city to the block, yeah, he's taking a stand. He's the fire in the booth, got the world in his hand. When he steps to the mic, know he's in command.
Hey Mo, sorry I missed it.
No problem. I got
I'll be here for the next one.
Alrighty, I got a Facebook group. It's I'll send you the link in a message, and you can go in there if you want. If you got Facebook, and you'll be able to see the show. It was streamed there, the first half of the show, and then later on I'll upload the rest of it because I do also have it recorded, the full show. So I'm gonna edit the rest of it and I'll upload it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the next live.
Alrighty, yep. I'm probably
Be
gonna be
safe.
over there in Action Land. Sis done challenge. She done threw out a challenge.
I'll see you, Mo.
All
Take
right.
care.
All right, you too. All righty, y'all. That concludes the show. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all dearly. And join me for the next podcast. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do for a topic and I'll let y'all know. All righty, all righty.
You got to get a room. God dang, just on the sofa and things like that. That's crazy.
What you say?
I said nothing.
Let's go to Action Land. You going to Action Land solid?
No, I gotta go check out the feed real quick because I see there's people in there.
You want yeah, all that shit. Yeah, you know, you already
Oh,
know
you know
what
I'll
it
pop
is.
up on you. Don't worry.
Nah,
Don't worry.
you already know what it is.
I
Put a
already
hot
know.
one in that ass.
I feel you.
He said, I don't want no problems. No.
I don't want no
I did
smoke.
not say nothing.
You can keep that
I
smoke.
did not say nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing enough.
Yeah, I cooked me something to eat before the show and didn't even get to eat because the
What you
show
made?
started. Something
I
quick.
feel like this is the longest show you've ever had.
Ain't it? It's 17.
Yeah, we started at what? 5?
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 o'clock. Huh? Well, all righty,
Just me and
sis.
you, baby.
I'll meet y'all over there in
I
a
don't
few
know if
minutes.
baby want to go.
Oh. Well, I'll catch up with y'all
I'm
wherever.
gonna go check out what's going on at Troop before I go over there.
Let me go with you.
Ooh,
Sure.
let me play my
why
song again. I
not?
love it. It's fire.
Well, let's go, baby.
Sure.
Yo, it's Mo Gun, step back, feel the heat.
I love
Straight out
that.
the blocks with that
Uh-huh.
fire on
Now,
repeat.
Oh, they
see,
took him to
Got the
jail.
hustle.
Oh, did you hear what it say?
Enter here unless you have access. Clearly, you don't have access, and you shouldn't have bought your ass over here. Now you need to cool off in the tank and think about what you have just done.
I love it.
He's the one with the plan. From the city to the block, yeah, he's taking a stand. He's the fire in the booth, got the world in his hand. When he steps to the mic, know he's in command. Heavy artillery, lyrically profound. Every verse is a bullet, hit a powerful sound. In the game for the glory, where the legends are crowned. Mo Guns making waves, watch the empire mount. From the struggle to the top, yeah, I earned every stripe. I'm the truth in the booth, no hype, just like. Got the heart of a lion in the midst of the strife. Mo Guns on the rise, cutting sharp as a knife. Mo Guns is your man, he's the one with the plan. From the city to the block, yeah, he's taking a stand. He's the fire in the booth, got the world in his hand. When he steps to the mic, know he's in command. From the struggle to the top, yeah, I've earned every stripe. I'm the truth in the booth, no hype, just life. Got the heart of a lion in the midst of the strife. Mo Guns on the rise, cut sharp as a knife. Mo Guns is your man, he's the one with the plan. From the city to the block, yeah, he's taking a stand. He's the fire in the booth, got the world in his hand. When he steps to the mic, know he's in